Daniel on Satsugo, huh? What's up, Daniel? What's up, Woodpit?
Ooh. Hey, everybody. Welcome. NorCal Sports Network. Sunday night extravaganza. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I was on with Larry earlier today.
Yeah, it was good.
49ers.
Except for the very end.
Very end, I did a I meant Danny DeVito or whatever his name is, the quarterback for the Giants. I said I called Kev I compared him to is he like Josh Giddey, the freaking child, well, whatever. I don't know what I guess he had a younger girlfriend under 18. So I wasn't meaning that. I was meaning DeVito, who lives with his parents and makes his mama makes breakfast and makes his bed. And I said freaking Josh Giddey. What a clown I am. Oh gosh. Anyway, shoot, is Will
B? I'm sure he's in here somewhere.
I don't see him in there. I see Will Martinez.
Said nothing. Sometimes he just lurks. He might be out there.
He's lurking, man. He had a huge day in fantasy, and I didn't even think about it. And I just looked at it. He might beat me out if I hold on and win, which is you never know in this darn thing. I'm playing Will Martinez. We both are having crappy weeks, points wise.
Senior, well, time to go replay and watch that. I'll be back at it. It was right at the end. It was right at the end.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Yeah. Gosh. Anyway.
Hey, make sure just don't start off the show by referencing Brock Purdy and Joe Montana.
Oh man, I love it. I did it.
I know where you're going with that. I got what you were saying.
Yeah, people not listening. They don't hear things.
They just exactly.
I didn't say Brock Purdy will be as good as Joe Montana. I said he's better than Joe Montana at this point.
In each career. Yeah, I gotcha. I
know he's only in his first full year. Joe took him year 3. And I think we get blinded by Purdy's name and Mr. Irrelevance, and we don't look at just what he's done on the surface. On the surface, the guy just wins. He's only lost 4 games or 3 that he's fully played in. He didn't even play in the NFC Championship game, really. So he's lost 3 games. He's like 10-3 this year, and last year, what was he like? Including the playoffs, like 8-0 or something. I don't know. I know it's a different era, and it's easier to now than it was when Joe played. I mean, my gut tells me that Brock won't be as good as Joe and won't do the things Joe did in his career as far as win 4 Super Bowls and all of that. But I'm just saying, that Brock is at this point, Joe went on to be, in my opinion, the greatest quarterback that's ever played the game until Tom Brady kind of surpassed him,
Yep.
But I got Joe right at the top. I'm just saying, for Brock, if Brock continues what he's doing now and keeps winning and throws at a clip of 70% and keeps his turnovers down and wins Super Bowls, he'll be up there with the top. If he does this for 12 years and wins a few Super Bowls, he'll be listed right at the top of all timers.
Yep,
but he's got a long way to go.
Absolutely. Look
way.
At James Cam already starting it off. You will get JD Martinez and be happy. It's possible.
Where's that one?
I got it up there. It's already okay. It's up there on the screen.
I saw another one, James Cam.
Oh yeah, they're talking about other stuff. Stuff that they should be talking about on MHC, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything stays separate.
Yeah, exactly.
Not gonna have it. Not gonna have it.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Read my lips. Not gonna do it. Oh man. Shoot, I need more points for tomorrow night. Dang it. I thought I had a bye wrapped up and then I forgot. Dang, how did he went off
Yeah.
team, man? Hit the skids.
Oh,
He's lost like 4 in a row or something.
All right, real quick. If I'm not mistaken, is Yamamoto going to stay in LA and teams are going to meet him in LA? Is that how that's going to work?
I'm not sure.
Thought I saw that. Here, let's see where we got here.
Not sure.
Here we go from John Heyman. So this is probably the next biggest thing to happen, right? Yamamoto, as far as like baseball.
I don't know if it's going to be Yamamoto or Bellinger. I don't know who's signing next.
What would be bigger though? Yamamoto, right?
As far as the bigger impact
the bigger
or the numbers?
Yeah.
The numbers. I think they're bigger numbers with Yamamoto.
Probably be bigger numbers, but that's what John Heyman said earlier. Yankees contingent flying tomorrow to LA to meet with the coveted free agent Yamamoto, 25 years old.
Who's his agent? Who's Yamamoto's agent?
Do not know. I'll have to look that up. Every big market team is interested. Cost could hit $300 million. It's a long list, but the Mets and Dodgers are seen as big players here. And then he goes on to say, where is it at right here? This is not to say he's signing with any one of these 3 teams for sure. Those are just the perceived favorites. Also linked, Red Sox, Cardinals, Cubs, Phillies, Giants, Angels, Tigers, Diamondbacks. Although things have gotten a bit rich for a couple of those teams. There you go.
Yeah, rich for the Tigers and the D-backs probably.
Yeah, probably. That's what I was thinking too.
Let me see that list again.
All righty, 1 second.
Be shocked if the Giants were able to.
I don't think that. I honestly really don't think that the Giants.
I'm not counting on the Giants getting them.
And, you know, if it's all about just money, you know, maybe the Giants probably could offer the most, but I don't know if that's his priority. That's the thing, is we don't know if Yamamoto, you know, is money the biggest thing, or is it money and being on a team that's going to compete? Because he could get that. He could still get paid.
I wonder where the agent is. It's not Ohtani's agent. I'm pretty sure.
CAA. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let me take a gander. Here, I'll take a gander real quick.
Yeah, I'll tell you why you're looking that up. The whole thing with Ohtani, I mean, it was so tilted toward the Dodgers. I mean, the agent, what's the agent's name?
Beslow or
Beslow.
Beslow, something like that.
CAA's right there in Southern California, real close to the Dodger Stadium.
I think a lot of the agents are in LA, right?
The doctor that performed the surgery, Dr. Neil Atrache, or however you say it, is the Dodgers team physician. Okay. How's that for you? He's the team physician, and he operated on Ohtani's arm.
Well, there you
go. Ohtani wanted to win. He likes the weather. He doesn't have to move if he wants to stay in his home. He can just get a private helicopter or buy one and have his own pilot, you know, fly him to LA to each game. Just say, give me a little pad over there in Dodger Stadium for my, for my helicopter landing.
I think a lot of the agents are based out of LA.
Yeah.
LA, New York. Yeah.
Will Martinez says it's Kodai Senga's agent.
Oh, well, there you go. If that's the case, yeah, because I'm trying to find it right now.
And
if that's the case, you know, that he went to the Mets.
Here's the thing, guys, with the Dodgers. They've got one of the best lineups. They got 3 MVPs now in their lineup: Freeman, Betts, and Ohtani. But let me just tell you something. That'll do well in the regular season, but if they don't improve their pitching staff, they're not a shoe-in to just waltz through the playoffs.
Right.
They don't have any pitching right now. Who's their pitcher? Number one pitcher.
Huh. Yeah. Who is their number one pitcher?
I mean, Kershaw's out till mid-season.
Right.
Bueller's had a little bit of a setback.
I think it's probably going to be. Oh, he had a setback?
Well, at the end of the year, they were going to pitch him, and it was just minor, I think.
I think he'll probably be their number one, Bill, by the time spring training hits.
I've heard that they're going to ease him back in.
Oh, okay. Then Gonsolin,
he's been hurt.
we know Trevor May ain't going to be back yet.
Maybe
the rookies.
Dustin May.
Or Dustin May. Yeah. Maybe they
got a few rookies. I'm telling you, they're going to need pitching. They're going to add.
Yes.
I did see that they're in talks with Glasnow right now with the trade.
Bobby Miller.
That's the guy they
have.
Yeah. There we go. So
Pepio is another one, I think.
Yeah, Lou Marston says Carrot Top. That's Dustin May. He's out. He's had his second Tommy John.
He had a second Tommy John, yeah.
Yeah. So so they're going to try and trade for Burns, Glasnow, maybe Dylan Cease. They're going to be out making deals.
I think I saw Will Martinez say in the chat earlier that the Milwaukee came out and said they're not going to trade Burns.
They may not. Maybe they won't.
So if that's the case, I heard maybe the Dodgers are going to go after Glasnow. They may wind up trading for Glasnow and getting Yamamoto, and then there's their starting rotation right there.
Wow. Hold on a second here.
Right? I'm guessing, because remember how you said they may move some players to get Adames and Burns, but maybe they go after Glasnow and Rosarena and then sign Yamamoto. With the Dodgers, nothing will surprise me.
Yeah, 1875-40.
Yes, KM, the Giants do need Yamamoto badly, but does Yamamoto need the Giants badly? That's what can the Giants sell him on? Hey, come join the Giants, where we can't sign any top free agent. Oh,
all right. 2034. That's how many points Will's got. 2034.4. I'm worried about this. And forget the Giants. 2034.4. 2034.4.
Yeah, we did, Kyle. We're getting close to 10,060. It's getting there.
2034.
Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I haven't heard anything about that. I've seen a bunch of tweets, people talking about, what kind of precedent that the Dodgers are setting by doing these deferred contracts. So I don't know. I do know that the MLB does have to approve, because reading Ned Colletti's book, The Big Chair, he talked about that. Well, not necessarily talked about, but he said that if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was this trades or if it's also free agents. I'm not sure, but it has to be approved by the MLB. So
I need 122.5 points to beat out Will.
Wow. That ain't happening.
I'm only about 10 points off projection. I need, how many did I say I needed?
122?
Huh?
122?
Yeah, I got 100. I need 122.5 points to beat Will. And right now, I'm sitting at 80. So I need 42 points tomorrow night. 42 points between Tyreek Hill and either the Miami defense or the Green Bay defense.
You could get like 25, maybe pretty easy if he goes off.
He could get 30. He could get 40 himself.
He could. Rap Band says Satchel Paige is not around, but we could get Stroman. I heard that.
Yeah, Will Martinez says he needs Mostert to have the game of his life. I need Mostert to, just get 10 points.
Nice. But as far as Stroman, I heard the Royals are in kind of heavily on Stroman. I don't think Cueto. I don't see him coming back to San Francisco.
Who? Cueto?
Yeah.
Why would you want him?
Yeah. Well, we're talking about Farhan. We are talking about Farhan.
Doggone it. If Jefferson didn't get hurt today, he would have had another 10 points. Can't worry about Goff and Brown. They stunk. So did Mike Evans, though. Stroud got hurt, too. So
yeah, that's right. Yep.
He kind of got screwed today. And Gus Edwards didn't do anything, and Laporta didn't do anything. Yeah. It was a bad day.
So with so we can all pretty much come to a consensus that Yamamoto is not going to come to San Francisco. So what about Bellinger?
I was going to start Breece Hall over at ETN at the last minute, and I didn't. Got it. What about Bellinger? What about Bellinger?
You think Bellinger has a better chance of coming to San Francisco than Yamamoto?
Yamamoto? Yeah.
Probably, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Bellinger has a better chance of coming. He's from Arizona. What do we got?
Look, he goes, is this fantasy football stream? God bless you for trying to stay on topic. I'm trying.
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, Chapman's probably going to be, honestly, out of the three that I put on the thumbnail.
Oh, please, no Chapman.
You know it's going to be Chapman. You know it is.
Come on.
Gosh.
Chicago, up your offer.
Gosh.
Up your offer, Chicago. I just want it to be Kiermaier, Flaherty. Oh, and I did say Chapman.
You did say Chapman.
If it's those three, I'm going to demand that everybody in the Bay Area subscribes. That we go over instead of 1,060 subscribers, we have 200 and we have over 1 million subs.
There you go.
Jeez, if I nail that one.
Yeah, hey, I loved how you nailed the Ohtani. That was pretty good. Back in July.
Dan is in new room in his house. I'm in a hotel right now. Dang. Can't wait to get out of here and get home. Jimmy says, where's Los and Bora? Los has got some company or friends in town, and Bora is just busy, I believe, with school. I think this is finals week, probably.
Yeah, this is finals week because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the terms end right around this time, maybe in another week.
Yeah. Robert, why are you asking Eric?
Because you're talking fantasy football.
Why are you asking Eric? You know what he'll say? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really sure. I'll just ask me, Robert. I'll tell you who's to blame. The players are reluctant to sign. I don't have the thumbnail, but put up Pinocchio.
There we go. Yeah, I got it. Here we go. You want to know who to blame? There we go.
Right there.
There it is. You want blame? Blamage? There's the blamage. God, what a letdown that show was, wasn't it?
Jeez.
What a letdown. He goes, Robert says, Dan, I proposed the same question to you. Well, we both answered it. Farhan Zaidi. And, I guess we could probably start saying the ownership too. Ownership has a role in this. Yep, there's Necron. He said it as well. Good. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? No, Jock has not signed that I know of. Yeah, I haven't even heard any news on him, to be honest with you. Aroldis Chapman, Trevor Bauer, Urias spice things up. They can be had for cheap. You know what I heard, Will Martinez? I was looking on Twitter. They're talking about maybe the Yankees trying to go after Bauer and Urias. But they have to clear the whole domestic abuse, whatever it is, with the MLB to even sign them. I don't know what's going on. To be honest with you, I don't know. I thought Bauer is good to go. I don't know about Urias. Chapman, of course, he's good. He's a free agent.
I think Los may join us here.
Oh, cool. All right, then. Farhan didn't give himself an extension. You're right, Eric. Yeah, that was ownership. Yeah, I don't get it. Makes no sense. Bill Lee given a tryout at Oracle. Ha! I think that guy's like, what, 80 years old, and I think he still pitches, right?
Oh, yeah.
Schmidt really struggled hitting late in the year. No, I thought he actually did better late in the year. It was in the middle. I should say middle of the year because he came in the middle, but the middle of his time with the Giants.
Yeah, he started to hit the ball a lot harder, take more pitches the last.
When he went down to Sacramento and then came back up, he seemed to be
When did they
better.
bring him up? Didn't they just bring him up like the last week or something? Wasn't he?
I can't remember how they did it.
I don't know what they messed, whatever they did.
They messed so much stuff up. They really did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chapman is an older version of Schmidt.
Definitely need to get more athletic. I think the plan, if they went ahead and signed Bellinger, becomes more athletic. But the best thing they can do is just play Luciano, Schmidt, Estrada, play the kids, Ramos, Matos. Just unload.
They need to give Ramos. You're right. Ramos has to get a good run in the outfield to see what you have.
You don't even know what they have with Ramos.
Nope.
You know what? I'm going to pull up his at-bats. I think he has less than 75 lifetime at-bats.
I think we looked that up. I think he's in the 60s. I remember that. It's nothing.
I know. I'm going to bring it up.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Farhan say at the end of the year, yeah, I made a mistake by not playing no more, something to that effect, right?
So, yeah, we just stupid. You're not fit for running the show.
No.
All right, here we go. Elliot Ramos has had a career. I was right on the button. What did I say? 75?
You said 75.
He said 76 at bats.
There you go.
56 came last year. We look at the 179 batting average. He had no rhythm to come in. It was just, in and out.
And you're right, Logan. Every time he makes contact with the ball, it's hit hard.
I was just going to say the same thing. He hits the ball hard when he
does.
He hit the hardest balls last year on the team. So,
gosh, man, I don't get why they. Whatever. How do you think Melvin is feeling? Who knows? Those are questions that those are hard to. You can't answer those because you can't get into the guy's head. All you could really do is dissect, what they say, but that's about it. You can't get in their mind. The rounder. Don't worry, Kruko says the Giants will do something big. Go Dodgers. Man. Ohtani had to go to the Dodgers.
That was a shoe-in. That was jeez. I'm not even. You know what? People are going to misinterpret this, but let me explain it. Some people say, just if he would have went to somewhere else other than the Dodgers. I'm glad he went to the Dodgers. You know why? You guys want to know why I'm glad Shohei went to the Dodgers?
Let's hear it.
Because it pushes the Giants to become better. And if they want to compete, they better spend money and get good people in the front office and draft well, develop well, get the right people. Because when you suck to your arch rival, it's an embarrassment. And there's what's called a chasm between the two.
Good. But you know what? I'm about to tell you something right now. I honestly, I don't think it's going to make a difference to the Giants. And I'll tell you why. We've had 5 years of Farhan. And in those 5 years, Arizona has surpassed the Giants. The Dodgers continue to pass the Giants except for the 2021 season. But they were right there neck to neck. It took to the last game of the season. So they're not feeling no pressure. If you're going to let the Arizona Diamondbacks pass you up, then what are you going to do?
Oh, I think they're starting to feel some pressure.
Oh, they probably are now since,
No, it's a good thing. Ohtani went to the Dodgers. I'm telling you, with Ohtani going to the Dodgers, it has to push the Giants to the brink of we got to do something. We can't let this chasm get wider.
I agree.
And if the Dodgers are at the top and the Giants are at the bottom, and it continues, they'll have a bigger fan revolt, which will cause. Let's bring in Los here.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
He's wearing Dodger blue. Look at that.
No, that's not Dodger blue. That's a little. That is pretty close to.
That's pretty close to Dodger blue.
little lighter. I say. I say get. You know, you want to see if you're a Giants fan, what you really want to see is the Dodgers win 110. If you're not going to make the playoffs, you want to see the Dodgers win 110 and you win like 55 games. And there's a 55 game difference. And then the Dodgers somehow don't win the World Series. But even if the Dodgers did win the World Series, we all hate that, but you gotta see that's going to piss off fans more and drive them away from the ballpark, which is the only thing that speaks to this ownership group.
Agree.
Real quick, Brian Iglesias, Eric, don't disrespect Arizona. I wasn't disrespecting Arizona. I'm disrespecting the damn San Francisco Giants. Come on, you're the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, Arizona's run well.
They're more like the midgets nowadays. They got small. They got to sign some people to get back to the Giant status.
Well, YouTube, what are you saying here? Dan's been saying that when Mookie got traded, Freeman. I hadn't talked about Mookie getting traded. I haven't been on the but let's see. Dan said when Mookie got traded, Freeman signed and now Ohtani signed. How long are you going to say it's good Dodgers are making moves? I'm just saying it's great for the Dodgers. And you know, it's bad for the Giants, but if you had the right ownership, they would be like, nope. You know, when my best friend and I played basketball every day, one-on-one, it was like, I'm not going to keep letting them beat me, or, it was competitive. We were best friends, but we didn't want to lose to one another. It was like, dang, if you lost, man, you got to get somebody that's in that front office and ownership group that hates to lose.
Right.
I mean,
that's the good point. Yeah, you got to get someone who cares about winning.
Most people, I don't know what's a stronger motivator. What do you think? Loving to win or hating to lose? Joe Montana used to say he hated to lose.
As somebody that's sports.
That's Jordan too, isn't it? That's Michael Jordan. I mean, everybody loves to win, but you got to hate to lose, man.
You remember the losses more than you do the wins, especially the tough losses in the playoffs when you play.
And what have the Giants done since they lost to the Dodgers in Game 5 of the 21? They've just and the Dodgers have just gotten better.
Yep. Giants have circled the toilet, and the Dodgers are,
Yeah, Marquette, you got it right. Exactly. Fans need to stop showing up to games. That's the only way to get rid of Farhan and get the front office's attention. Exactly. Stop showing up to the stinking games unless you're given free tickets.
Yeah, there you go.
They still will, though.
Dan, you spoke with your wallet, right? You spoke
absolutely.
With your wallet.
I'm not paying for that garbage. I'm going to give them $12,000 of my money and then go pay $30 or $35 every game to park, and then I'm going to go pay for concessions and put out another whatever $10,000. Forget that. I'll go to the games I want to go to.
I don't know if you guys seen this. Oh yeah, we talked about this last night, Dan. But Los, the home opener for the LA Dodgers, the tickets are starting off at $300.
That's bleachers. Standing room only.
They're saying minimum $300 for opening day at Dodger Stadium.
Heck yeah, the place. Watch Shohei go. Oh, he's not ready until
yeah, right.
Late April. He might not be. Who knows?
But we discussed this before, guys. I know everybody's pissed off about missing out on people and things like that, but this is just the Giants' MO. How I feel about Farhan, like we all do, but this is the Giants' MO for free agents. I've said it before. Barry Bonds is the only big name they've signed. I don't know what it is. It's all speculation. The city, the weather, the taxes, who knows? Combination of everything. But I just don't know. Like, why do the Dodgers attract free agents and San Francisco doesn't?
I think here's why. LA is 50,000 for the most part a game. 4 million fans through the turnstiles each year. Giants used to do 3.5, but LA's doing 4 million. The weather's warm. 75-degree nighttime games.
Smoggy as hell.
Yeah.
More traffic.
Yeah. All the stars, I guess. And the thing is the Giants don't seem to attract anybody unless they're from the area. Barry was from the area.
Yeah.
Barry grew up, with Sierra. Went to Sierra, right?
Sarah High School, yeah.
Or Sarah, I mean.
Yeah.
Barry's from there. Haniger's from here. They sign guys that are local. I don't know, man. This is why you got to develop guys and develop pride. You had guys like Sabian and Coletti and Bochy and Tidrow and others that
McGowan
that loved baseball, hated to win or hated to lose, loved to win. Were competitors that knew the game, and now you've gone full on Geek Squad. They went the Geek Squad method.
Danny, I could buy that argument a little bit more if the Warriors and Niners couldn't sign players, but they do, free agents wise. So, as far as LA goes, like I know the Rams do not sign more players than the Niners do, and I don't know
if it has anything to do. I think it had something to do with. I think it's the ballpark. It's cold and windy in the summer.
Candlestick for sure. Back in the day,
yeah,
was
not.
I
think it's just. And then the ballpark's hard for hitters they don't have a problem getting pitchers. They can get pitchers here. They got Samardzija, they got Cueto, they got Gosman, they got Rodon. Zito. They get pitchers because it's a great pitcher's park. It's not a great hitter's park. And if you have a 2-3 year contract and your next contract's based on your productivity, it comes down to a money game. And this is why I said just change the dimensions, attract people, get the ballpark hopping, get some excitement going.
Do you remember the very first?
A lot of that excitement has to be real quick. It has to do with the lineup too.
Well, it also has to do with Kapler. He's gone, but 4 years of Kapler. Just he's an odd. He was an odd dude.
Bring
back roids.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Oracle first opened in 2000? Like Kevin Elster of the Dodgers hit 3 home runs. It was built in an area in the city where there was less wind than Candlestick, and people thought, "Ooh, shit, this is going to be a bandbox. This is going to be a hitter's ballpark." And quickly, it wasn't. Like that. Just right center field dimensions, especially, are just tough, But I still think right-handed power hitters can do well there. I think that's where their target should be.
Yeah, right-hander can do well.
And Eric brought up a point a long time ago that actually makes sense. Like if you're signing an 8 to 10 year deal, which a lot of them are, and you're getting bank, like, are you only caring about your stats to make it to the Hall of Fame or what? Because you have your money, you have your guaranteed money. So it doesn't matter if you hit 5 homers, or 12 homers, or 17 homers, or 37 homers. You have your money. So, I don't know. Just we can't speak for the players, so they're the only ones that can answer that.
And here's the thing, too. Drafting and developing players is a twofold thing, because when you draft and develop, not only are you improving your team, and I've said this before, you're increasing the capital to make trades, because right now free agents, it's Death Valley for the Giants when it comes to free agents, except for pitching. You get an occasional pitcher, but if you're going to make a trade, you got to have those guys in your farm to be able to trade, to make those moves. And when you fail at drafting and developing, which the Giants kind of have, they've had a little bit of success here, but is it enough to make these trades and hold on to some of your guys? Right now, they're not doing that, and that's the fault of Farhan.
Yeah.
That's all baseball stuff. That has nothing to do with the ownership.
I was really bummed out that they didn't get Rodriguez, because if they had gotten
so
Rodriguez, $4 and $80. If they had gotten Rodriguez and Yamamoto, like even with the Dodgers lineup stacked the way it is, like if you bring in a Webb, Yamamoto, and Rodriguez into a playoff series, a short game playoff series, hey, we know great pitching will.
Oh, absolutely, Los. I was saying earlier before you came on, Dodgers are going to waltz through the National League West, and they will be regular season champs. But they get into a series with their current pitching staff, they're not going to win it. They're not going to beat a team like Philadelphia or Arizona, or that's got 3 or 4 deep. Dodgers go very thin right now. They go about 1 deep. They don't even really have. I mean, you can't even say Buehler's an ace coming back. We don't know what to expect with his second Tommy John. He probably will be Walker Buehler again, but they don't have a whole lot of pitching, and you need a lot of depth to get through a full season. So we'll see. But the Dodgers will make moves. I'm convinced. Here's what I'm more convinced of than ever. Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers brass realize they have a window of opportunity that they cannot miss. And I'm telling you, that window is about 3 to 5 years. And I think it's closer to the 3 years. Freddie Freeman, what did we look up his age the other day? He's going to be
34, I think.
He's going to start at 34 or 35 next year.
Start at 34.
He's
just
33 now?
like a month ago.
Okay. So give him 3 more solid years. He could have 5 real productive years, the type of guy Freddie Freeman is. But history tells you, 37, you're not going to be hitting 325, 330 probably. And, so, and Mookie Betts and then Ohtani. The rest of their guys, Will Smith's the only other guy they got that is probably going to be on the team in 4 years. Besides,
I was gonna say that, Dan. Their lineup is very top heavy. Once you get through their top 3 monsters, Will Smith is good, but the rest of the lineup, it's not a balanced lineup. Like, to me, the best hitting teams are 1 through 9 tough outs.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be a power hitting guy. It could be a guy that he's hard to strike out. He's a 280, 300 hitter, gets on base, steals bases. Those are the lineups to me that do more damage and are more likely to be a champion than you got 3 absolute monsters at the top of the lineup, and then Smith is pretty good, and then it falls off considerably. So they're going to make more moves though. This is not.
They're going to end up with 2 or 3 more starters. You watch. They're going to go get either Dylan Cease, or they're going to trade for Glasnow, possibly sign one of Yamamoto or Montgomery, somebody along that lines. Heck, they could even sign Blake Snell. The Dodgers will not.
That noise is getting louder on Snell.
I mean, I don't want Snell personally. For me,
I don't either.
He walks too many guys. He only pitched 146 innings last year. I mean, Logan Webb pitched 213.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Webb got you into the 7th inning constantly.
Quite often, yeah.
Blake Snell, he's out in the 5th inning all the time. Too many pitches. I'm telling you, that pitch count that he keeps going with, going to catch him. He's had 8 seasons in the big leagues, 2 really dominant years. The rest, not so good.
What's
Real
the
quick.
deal with Urias? Is he a free agent or no?
Yeah, but he's
is,
got
but
domestic stuff going on.
he's got
So
some
nobody's going
domestic-
to sign him. Take a chance on him.
He has to pass like a certain domestic violence type. I don't know if it's a course or training or something before MLB will even let him sign, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question, guys. I want to ask both of you guys this. You guys are money guys. Do you fear that the Dodgers are setting a precedent with this deferment for players? Because now, have they opened up a Pandora's box on what, you can offer players? Now, granted, it's all up to the players and whether they want to do that or not. But I mean, when you're talking 500 million plus, if they could see they're going to get 500 million, it don't matter whether it's deferred or not, you're still getting 500 million plus. Does this create an issue within Major League Baseball?
I don't think the players union is very happy because it's like setting a precedent for other players to do that, to just go to a team and win. And, if they defer it, like we're talking about a lot of money, like if you get only this much up front, like you ain't broke. So, yeah, it's a good question. I think it could set a precedent, and it could lead to what basketball is like kind of doing, where you're creating these superstar teams and
super teams.
People are going to teams because they want to defer the money and just kind of make it work. So it's I think it's definitely
that's kind of what's created when there's always loopholes that people try and work through. NFL salary cap, people work it out. Oh, here's your bonus up front, doesn't count against the cap and all that stuff, and we're going to restructure you this and that. Yeah, when you have hard caps like the NBA, I don't even know if they don't really have a hard cap like football, but it's just I don't know. Blame Kurt Flood, I guess, right?
Yeah, right. Marvin Miller. Exactly.
There you go. Kurt Flood.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting
Marvin
to see how this all works out. If that continues to be a thing, because then it puts a lot of teams, kind of in a driver's seat now. Even teams that may not have been able to afford it before, and they may be able to say, you know what, hey, if we're going to get some phenom, maybe it's worth the risk. I don't know. We'll see. What's up, PK? Man, I don't know. Yeah, I saw people are talking about Bellinger maybe going to Toronto. Supposedly, there's some pictures of was it his fiance posted a picture of Toronto on Twitter or something like that. Yeah,
that makes sense. Oh, wait a minute. What did I say would happen? I forgot that I said that. I said that last week. I said if the Blue Jays miss out on
Ohtani,
they will sign Bellinger.
Yep, that's probably what's going to happen.
Where did I say that? On the show or in print?
You might have done both. I think you said it on the show. I just can't remember.
I think I said, "Oh no, look,
he doesn't want to hear about the blue no more."
I didn't. That thing was getting a little too heavy and too hot.
Is that one of those? Is that one of those little plastic raincoat things that they give out at the ballpark?
It looks like rain gear.
I bought this one online. It looks like it, but
it looks like one of those parkas that they give you. They give out in one of these little bags. Stick it in the bag, and you open it up, and it's
made the same material, but you actually buy this one online.
Made in China, and you open it up, and it's got air holes in it. I had one that had air vents, and it had a little lifted in the back, a little like flap. Picked it up at Candlestick as a kid.
Yeah. It's a little lighter. It's like a windbreaker.
It was a sweat hog thing, man. And put that thing on and just like, I felt like
I hated that.
The humidity just went up 100% when I put that thing on. It's like, get rid of this piece of crap plastic
you
vinyl.
won't get wet on the outside, but you'll get wet on the inside.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, as much as the Giants frustrate me, I made vows to them for better or for worse a long time ago. So
Mark Graves, is it going to rain inside that Los's house?
Los expecting
you can't catch a break, man. You can't catch a break.
I know I wear blue and you guys talk shit. I wear orange. Come on now.
Yeah,
Like
get
everyone
that
say,
get that
"Come
coat off.
on."
Get that coat off, Los. It's making me sweat, man. God.
It's light. It's so thin.
Oh man, I'm having nightmares from trauma from my childhood,
Candlestick.
from my candlestick days of picking up, and I had 2 or 3 of them because I was like, he went back in line and grabbed another one. It was like, I got
What's
Giants gear. I'm an 11-year-old.
PK's asking if we heard about Christian Yelich rumor. I don't know. What's the Christian Yelich rumor? I haven't heard.
Haven't heard.
I don't want Christian Yelich. Don't want Christian
You
Yelich.
mean for a trade or he's a free agent?
He's a free
Trade.
agent.
No, he's a trade. He's not a free agent. Yelich.
He actually had a little bit of a bounce back here, but
God, I know. The Giants got plenty of these kind of guys in outfield, right?
I
Oh,
know.
speaking of which, yeah, you ready for that? You ready for the Haniger, Conforto, Yaz,
No.
Slatter?
I'm gonna go put on the blue again now.
Exactly. That's what's right now. That's what's
You
coming
keep
back.
talking about that outfield. I'm gonna put the blue on again. Man.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
hope not. If they go to spring training with that outfield, Jesus.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It'd be really bad.
I mean, yeah.
And who do you trade? Like, I think we talked about the other day, Dan, right? Probably the 2 people is probably Yaz and Conforto, right? Slater, I said it again. Slater and Haniger are probably going to be stuck here.
I think
What did you
I think
call him?
I
What
think
did
you
you
got to
call
get
him?
rid of.
Slatter. I called him Slatter.
I think if you're
Like
getting rid of,
Slider?
yeah,
Like
I
he
think if
can't
you're
hit a slider?
getting rid of 2 outfielders, you need to get
Yes.
rid of one of Slater, Haniger, and one of Yaz Conforto. They're kind of duplicates.
Yeah, if
Oh,
it's
here we go again.
If it's possible that the Giants do trade for a good hitting outfielder, the contingency has to be that the other team has to take either Slater or Yaz in the deal. You have to send them back, just to get rid of them and just to open up, a spot. For
Yeah,
some-
I don't know
PK
what-
saying, hey, realistic. We kind of did the realistic thing yesterday.
I told you who the realistic is. They're getting Jack Flaherty, and they're getting Bader or Kevin Kiermaier in
Yep.
center field,
And Matt Chapman.
and they're going to trade somebody like Conforto or Yaz or Slater or Haniger along with a minor league pitcher, and they're going to pick up somebody's number 3 pitcher, somebody like who's out there that's even available? Can't even think. But yeah, they're not going to, where's the days of going for a big swinging big,
Oh,
So-
Los, I don't know if you saw this. Did you see the quote I put out? What Andrew Friedman was saying?
Which one? What do you say?
Here,
Remind
I'll
me.
show you right now. Hold on 1 second. It's fantastic.
Not only was I busy with family, remember when Mexican family comes to town, it's not 1 or 2, it's like a bunch of them. So I entertain quite a few of them. Plus, I have to study for my mortgage license. I always say I'm going to do it early, and I always waited till the last minute to do it. So, no, remind me which one. Oh,
There you go. Andrew Friedman. If you're always rational about every free agent, you will finish 3rd on every free agent.
that's spot on, man.
Yep. He knows. This is the guy that has been running the Dodgers since 2015, somewhere around there. Has it been? Yeah, right. 2015 is when he came over with Farhan.
Yeah, for sure.
So there you go. And to Dan's point, you're talking about going for the big guy. I mean, do we have someone in the front office that has the ability to be able to do that? Look at Saves that he traded Matt Williams.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the ability to make. I don't know if he pull the trigger. It seems like Farhan's always intent on winning a deal that he won't take, any risk. I mean, it's good you don't want to give up your best prospects, but if you're gonna go for somebody of significance that is a difference maker, you're going to have to give up something. But
Yes.
I
keep hearing the White Sox really are open to trades. I mean, you know who I want from that team.
Yeah, I know you want Robert. It'll take a lot to get Robert. I'm
Do it.
personally,
Do it.
if you could get, I would do it if you could I came up with a trade. What was the trade I came up with at the end last night?
You came up with trading. You were talking about the Dodgers.
No,
With the
I
trade.
had a Giants trade a
Oh,
couple nights
you
ago.
wanted to trade Harrison, Luciano, Reggie Crawford,
Damn.
and who else for Tatis?
Yeah, I want a star playing shortstop that
There's like
is
four guys,
signed
yeah.
for like 10 years, who's like 24 and he's electric. He's already proven himself. And imagine having that guy. He loves to play ball. He just has fun playing ball. Imagine that guy at shortstop. Just and then build around him. Oh, I know what my deal was. It was trade Luciano. Who else was in that deal?
Harrison,
Reggie Crawford.
Luciano,
And
Harrison.
Reggie and Crawford, and maybe it might even be Matos. I think they take.
yeah, you said Matos. Yeah, it was those four. That's what it was.
And give me Fernando Tatis, and then go sign Bellinger, and now you got 2 MVP candidates in your lineup, and then go sign Yamamoto. That was the other. Spend the money on Yamamoto. Now you got pitching. You got Yamamoto and you got Webb and you got a couple of other young guys coming up. Maybe go get a Flaherty at that point. I'd be all right with that if he's. But now you've got Bellinger in center field, Tatis at shortstop, and then maybe you go get Rhys Hoskins or something, and now you got power. Imagine the power in that lineup.
I honestly don't know why Rhys Hoskins is not here yet. I mean,
And here's the point. I made this yesterday, Lewis.
why?
Did you know that the Giants, they weren't even the finalists. The finalists were the Dodgers, the Angels, and the Blue Jays, supposedly. The Giants weren't even in the mix at the end at all. So here's the question. So if they were in the mix at all, how come they're not out there making moves if Ohtani wasn't your guy? Why are you sitting back?
Remember we talked about it.
Set the market. Go out there and do it. Hey, get your guy.
They have a hard time diverting to plan B and C.
Yeah.
We talked about that. They all go in all plan A, and then when it doesn't happen.
Who are the top?
It's like vapor lock.
Who are the top 10 stars in the game under 28? There's Acuna,
Julio Rodriguez.
Tatis.
Position players or anything?
Yeah, position. Tatis.
Is Machado
Corbin Carroll?
Machado's over, I think.
Corbin Carroll, is he under 25?
Oh, yeah.
Corbin Carroll, yeah.
Yep.
Bryce Harper, I think, is right.
He's got around 31 now.
Oh, he's 30 already?
Yeah.
Man, time flies.
I know.
Luis Robert is 26.
De La Cruz is going to be up there eventually.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Because I'm trying to figure out how the Giants can go make a monster trade and get one of these 10 guys. I don't even know. Is there 10? Let me look at the standings here. Let me pull it up. I know that there's
Bo Bichette.
Bichette. I was going to just say Bichette.
Yeah,
right.
I'm reading the senior brought that up.
He's a superstar, but he's really good.
So
Vladdy Jr.
Let's look at these teams here.
Is Adalis Garcia a superstar?
No,
not yet.
All right. Yet. Baltimore has a couple, but they're not going to get rid of anybody.
No.
Arozarena, is he in that category or not really? Not a superstar.
Very good player.
Toronto's got Guerrero
and
okay.
Vlad.
Minnesota doesn't have one.
Yankees.
Detroit,
they're not going to get rid of Dominguez.
He's not. I don't think he'll be a superstar myself, but
maybe not.
Kansas City's got the kid at shortstop, the
Witt Jr.
pitcher's son. Yeah.
Who's that shortstop? Royce something.
Lewis that's Minnesota.
Is that Minnesota? Now he may not be a superstar now, but I've read a lot of good things about him.
Okay.
They're probably not going to get rid of him.
See, there's not many. You don't get rid of these phenoms that, Washington got rid of Soto, but I'm trying to find somebody that's young.
Lane Thomas.
Nah, he's not the superstar. He's good, but he's not.
Pretty good.
There's not a lot. There's only a handful of guys that, give you this wow you. And I don't know if you can pry Tatis from San Diego, being that you're in the same division. But San Diego's hemorrhaging financially, I think.
And they're trying to reload.
Yes. So why not go offer Luciano could be that guy. If I knew Luciano was the guy, I would keep him. I'd be like, okay, Luciano's the guy. We got our young guy already. He's only 22. And he might be that guy. But, Giants screwed up last year and didn't play him. And we didn't get to see him get maybe 125 at bats over, a month's time because they dick around with their platooning. So
I think Danny, easier than getting a superstar, which would probably cost us 4 to 5 prospects, is target a guy that you think could be a superstar in the next year or two. Like, he's good now, but he could be a superstar.
It's crazy.
A little bit notch below, and that way you have to give up less. And
This
that's where
Gatsby
your
guy.
scouting comes into play.
Yes, and Gatsby, he says Ramos has crap minor league stats. But you know what? Sometimes that doesn't always tell the story. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Remember Christian Arroyo? The guy was hitting like almost 400 in AAA, but what happened when he got to the big club?
Right.
Didn't do a whole lot, right?
Right.
Wade Meckler was batting like 350 in AAA. I like the kid, but he wasn't ready to come up to the major league level yet. The bat didn't play at that time. And we don't, that's the problem. It's so hard, but you got to have the scouts on the ground because they could see things other than just the batting average.
Yeah. Well, I was talking more like the guys that are already in the big leagues and they've had a pretty good year or two run. They're not prospects. They've already established themselves. And, they've been pretty good. Like I mentioned, Adolis Garcia, you both said, no, he's not a superstar, but he's pretty damn good.
He's getting there.
And he's a right-handed power hitter, which
he's a little older though, isn't he?
He's older. It's just taken him a longer time.
Taking him longer, but he.
That's why I think Ramos has a very similar body type, very similar path that Garcia failed in St. Louis. They gave up on him.
Right.
And Giants haven't even given Ramos a chance. They don't even know what they have.
Look at James Malone.
There's so many stories in baseball history where a guy was given up on and he moved to another organization and did real well. So
yeah, Giants fans definitely overhype their guys all the time. All the time. We think like, prospects, and we name them. We did this exercise several months ago. Eric, do you remember we went through all their minor leaguers?
We did.
I could pull it up from 2012, the drafts of the Giants, and there's hardly anybody that made it to the big leagues.
True.
I mean, it's awful.
Please don't pull it up.
It's awful.
No.
I'm going to put blue back on. Please.
Okay, and you know what? Hey, guys, this is something I want to ask you guys. If the Giants fall on their face again this offseason, how bad does this push back the organization to do anything in the near future? How bad is that a hit to the organization?
If they fall on their face, like what? You mean they don't get any?
Basically, they get your realistic. If they get Flattery and Kiermaier and Chapman, if that's what they get. 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man.
It's
this, you know what?
That's it, right?
I got a new
years.
I got a new name for Farhan. It's the Farnabum. Yeah, we got Patrick Bailey, but he's good. But if he was crappy, I could say it's Farnham and Bailey.
You know one thing
honestly, how far does this set back the organization if they fail?
Oh, I think if they stay pat and don't do too much more, and they're fighting with Colorado for last place, oh boy, the fan base is that attendance is really going to be down.
There's a
But
question.
Farhan still has his
for
job,
you.
right?
But Farhan's still going to have his job because the owners, as long as they make their
Exactly.
money.
There's a question for you, Los.
Ooh.
I know you would.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mentioned that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm all for that. Sign Fujinami, who throws 102 and has a nasty splitter, and see if you can make him your closer. Absolutely.
Flea market Farhan. That's actually pretty good. I didn't know Larry
Yeah.
said that.
Flea market Farhan. There we go. Hunter Bishop, it's too bad the guy got hurt. He had the pedigree, it looked like, or the potential and the talent look kind of to be like a Bellinger.
How long has he been hurt for?
His whole career.
I mean, every year?
He was drafted in 19, and he's been hurt. I mean, this is 19, 20, 21, 22, 25 years.
Knowing the Giants' luck, they would release him. He'll go to somebody else, and he'll start raking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That would be it.
Man. Yeah, I remember Hunter Bishop. He had a good scouting report on him, but hey, we know the Billy Bean story. He was a 5-tool guy, flamed out.
Oh, Billy Bean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not the A's Billy Bean.
Yeah, I know who to play.
Yeah, the A's Billy Bean. When he was a player, he was a 5-tool guy.
I think there's
there was an actual player, Billy Bean.
Yeah, there was a player, Billy Bean. That's not the same Billy Bean with the A's.
I thought in Moneyball that the general manager, Billy Bean, it showed him when he was a young player coming up, and he really
did he play for the Dodgers? The A's Billy Bean. There was two Billy Beans.
He was drafted by the Mets originally. The same Billy Bean from the A's, the GM. He was a 5-tool prospect, and that's what the movie kind of centered on was. Like,
look up Billy Bean. There's two Billy Beans, and one of them is a exec, or what does he do now? Works for MLB. One works for MLB.
There was a player, and then there's the GM.
Yes.
Did you see what Aaron L. said?
What?
Lois, can you do a reverse mortgage with the Giants to get some cash out?
Gosh.
I can only do that for seniors, so it would have to be Greg Johnson to qualify.
Well, there you go.
Or Larry
No,
Bear.
it has to be his dad. I don't think Greg's.
I would love to do that loan. That might retire me.
Yeah, I checked it there, Eric. Yeah, that's fake news right there, buddy.
What's the fake news?
Yeah, he sent me a tweet about Yamamoto.
That's a good one there.
You're looking at there's two Billy Beans.
There's two Billy Beans, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have swore the one that was the A's GM was also
the one that works for Major League Baseball now.
He was the player.
He was the player, and he was supposed to be a phenom. And there's a story about him. He kind of had a lot of emotional stuff because he was, I guess he was gay, and then he basically lived under that pressure of not keeping it under wraps, hiding it, and then when he, but he was supposed to be like unbelievable player, and it just didn't pan out. But I think he works for Major League Baseball, doesn't he? In some capacity. Yeah. And then Senior says Billy Bean was drafted by the Mets, #1 overall. The A's GM.
That's what I said. Yeah, same guy. Right on, Senior. Way to back me, buddy.
I get confused. What's the other Billy Bean? He never played
There is
ball?
another Billy Bean who was a player as well. But I didn't know Billy Bean of the A's was a player.
No.
There's too many.
I know the movie Moneyball very well.
I knew that Billy Bean with the A's was a player. He played with the Dodgers, didn't he?
He at one point he played with the Dodgers and the A's, but he was drafted by the Mets as a 5-tool player. He was a can't-miss prospect, and he couldn't hit. He just couldn't hit in the big leagues, and he was out of baseball, I think, in 4 years. And that's why he went into the executive position. And that's kind of the
crazy
reason
how someone could get labeled a 5-tool player and he can't hit.
That's kind of the reason why he had the philosophy in Moneyball is, like, you remember the scene where he's telling the lead scout, you go to the parents' house and you think you know how their career is going to turn out, but you don't know, and I don't know, because baseball is such a crapshoot. So in other words, he was saying, even a guy with all the talent in the world and all the promise in the world, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do anything. And that's why he had the philosophy of get these cheaper players and get them on base and see how it works out.
All right. Billy Bean, Bean. I just looked it up. He's the one that came out as gay. And Billy Bean that ends with an E.
With an E.
Is the A's GM.
Yeah.
Was the A's. And he was the, yeah.
That was the can't miss prospect. He was really good coming out of college. It was. He said it was a lot mental. Once he got into a slump, he couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, he did play with the. Yeah.
People forget Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle started their major league career really poor.
Mays was
I
like
think Mickey
12.
Mantle got sent back to AAA and was about to quit baseball until his dad put his foot in his ass and said, "I didn't raise a quitter," and the rest is history. So. Like I said, baseball players make adjustments. That's what they do.
Yep.
You don't just stay the same. You always work on your craft.
Yeah. So, but anyway, how about the Giants? You know, when we talk about the draft, they had the number 2 draft in all of baseball. 2017. When was Bart drafted?
Wasn't he drafted in 2019?
No, 17.
Was it 17?
17 or 18. Might have been 18.
Maybe.
I think it was 18. Let me see. 2018.
I think Joey Bart can still be a good player. I really do. He just needs a chance.
Yep. Kapler didn't like him.
Maybe Melvin might. Hey, guess what? Melvin's a catcher.
Okay, I got it here.
You got it?
I got it here. Let's look at this draft and see who the Giants missed out on. Yeah.
Oh, good. Giants baseball. Torture.
Okay. Got it.
Giants drafting. Torture.
Alec Baum, Phillies. Kelnick. Wasn't a great draft at the top.
Jonathan India.
Player.
He hasn't done that well, really. He's on the trade block right now.
Yeah,
with
supposedly,
the Reds.
yeah.
Grayson Rodriguez.
I'm not Logan Gilbert of the Mariners.
Logan Gilbert. Fuck. 14.
That guy's going to be a hell of a pitcher.
He's nasty.
Nolan Gorman is doing all right.
Brady Singer is a good pitcher.
Yeah, Brady Singer. Friend of mine knows his son knows him real well. They played together. Who
was the first pick? Who was the first pick in that draft?
Casey Mize.
Has he done anything?
Nothing
Not really,
fantastic. No. There hasn't been a lot in that draft. Look at that. I mean, Sean Jelly, there he is, the second pick for the Giants.
The great Sean. I'm not even.
That's like kind of a project pick right there.
Great Sean Head Jelly.
Let's see. Josiah Gray, look at that, 72 with got drafted by the Dodgers, now with the Reds.
Yeah, that's right. Yep,
doing well. All the ones in red are made it to the majors.
Ford Proctor.
Hey,
woo!
Ford Proctor. There we go. Yeah, if we did these drafts, let's see, who else do we got? That's the 18 draft. If you want to look at the, let me pull.
I don't even know if Joey Bart would be tradable. He's 26. Well, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
He's 26 now, huh?
Yeah, maybe he's going to be the Giants' backup catcher this year. I don't know. Melvin was a catcher, so maybe he can foster a relationship with Bart.
That was my thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Melvin could get something out of him.
Maybe.
If he rakes, it wouldn't be the worst idea that he could DH here and there while Bailey catches.
Yeah, Bailey, you got to give Bailey rest, so you have to have a backup.
Yeah, for sure. But Bailey's the better defensive catcher. But if Bart rakes, like I said, that ballpark is suited for right-handed power.
Here's your Hunter Bishop draft. Look at all those guys. Look at the first 9 guys and 11 and 12 all made it.
Well, let's look at after Bishop.
And the only one that didn't make. Look. Oh my goodness, There's 3 of the first 15 guys. Let's put it this way. 12 of the top 15 all made it to the major leagues already.
Except
2 of them are Giants that did not.
Jeez.
Look at 12 and 15, or 10 and 15. Bishop, and then Will Wilson, who Farhan traded Zach Cozart. Took Zach Cozart to get Wilt Wilson and took on. Look at Corbin Carroll right behind that, 16. But look at the guys. I mean, you can't fault the Giants for this.
Alex Manoah, Brett Batty.
Adley Rutschman, Bobby Witt Jr., 2 stars. Riley Green's going to be a star. C.J. Abrams, I love that kid. Josh Jung, the Rangers' third baseman.
Good.
Shea
Langoliers.
Langoliers. And
Boy,
then
the Mariners hit twice with Kirby and Gilbert, and they're anchors of their rotation.
look at that. They could have had Alex Manoah.
They could have Manoah. Yeah. Corbin Carroll. Who else
Carroll.
in there? Anthony Velope or Velope.
Look at Michael Bush all the way down there.
Michael Bush. Yep.
Anthony Velope.
Gunnar Henderson.
Way down at 42. Look at that.
You know what my pet peeve of the Giants drafting has been probably over the last 5 or 6 years? If you go over all of their drafts, it's like 80% of their picks.
Michael Harris II. Go up.
80% of their picks are
98,
pitchers.
wow.
Pitchers. They seriously, 8 out of 10 of their picks are pitchers. And they stay away from high school guys a lot, I noticed.
Yeah, Giants seem to have an affinity for high school players, it seems. Gosh, man. That just tells you, what year was this one? The 2019?
19, yeah.
So that was Farhan's first.
That was
Okay,
Farhan's first.
so in the last 6 years, the Mariners have drafted Logan Gilbert in one draft, Julio Rodriguez in another, George Kirby in another.
They know what they're doing, right?
I say go after the Dodger scouts. Maybe you need to go after the Mariners scouts. They quite.
How about the Orioles?
Or the
Jeez.
Orioles? Yeah.
Man, the Orioles, they just galore. They just like
that is such an underrated thing to talk about.
Have they had back-to-back win rookie of the years? Did Gunnar Henderson win it and Rutschman?
I don't know.
No, that's a good. Who won it this for American League this year?
I thought it was Gunnar Henderson. Maybe I'm wrong. Can't remember. What level is Bishop on? I don't think Bishop played above high A. Let me look what's going on with Hunter Bishop. Let me see if I can find some information. In fact, let me get on the phone right now and call Hunter.
E-Shot, what is the cause of the Giants not being able to draft good? Poor decision making by their scouting department. It's that simple. They see talent and they have reaches that other teams don't do, and they just miss a lot throughout the whole draft, as many rounds as there are.
You're right, Dan. Gunnar Henderson, 2023 AL Rookie of the Year.
Who was 22?
I'll check right now.
Spot on, Will. Dick Tidrow was real good.
Dick
Tidrow was excellent at recognizing pitching talent.
Julio Rodriguez.
They need a Dick Tidrow on the hitting side of things. As far as
Rutschman was second.
Yep.
Yeah. So how about that? 2 years in a row. Kind of what the Dodgers used to do with their. All right. So reading about Hunter Bishop here, he had UCL surgery this past year. Maybe
honestly, I'm surprised he's still around.
Maybe he makes a comeback. I don't know. Let's see. Hunter Bishop. Does he have any? So he didn't even play ball hardly last year then.
He hasn't played ball hardly in the last 2 years.
So he's got to get all his timing back and figure it out.
Didn't he have a lower body injury the year before? Then he had his elbow last year, something like that. Right?
Not sure, but man, that's like that's right up there with. So they got him and fits in with Conforto. Jeez. I'm just trying to find anything on him. That was in March. Okay, here, listen to this. I'll pull it up, in fact. let you guys read this, suffered another setback. Is that showing there?
Yep.
Giants first round Hunter Bishop has been sidelined by another injury. The former ASU outfielder is out with a right elbow injury, and per report by Alex Pavlovich, set to go under elbow surgery. The severity of the injury is not known, but the team expects to set a timetable after the
I
operation.
think he had Tommy John.
Yeah, it's another frustrating stroke of luck for a prospect with some of the most tantalizing tools in the Giants farm system. A Bay Area native who graduated from Juniper, is that how you say it?
Oh, that's Sarah. That's where
Oh,
Bond.
Sarah. Yeah. Started at Arizona State, same as Bonds. In 2019, he hit 342, 748, OPS, 22 homers, 50 walks. Okay, Giants drafted Bishop, the 10th overall pick. The COVID pandemic, Bishop is an above average athlete with exceptional power potential. However, he has struggled with consistency at the plate throughout his career, even in high school and college.
That's a red flag right there. If you've struggled, then you should not be a first-round pick.
Not the 10th pick based on potential. The series of injuries have only made it harder for him to find a rhythm. He was not ranked among the top prospects in the Giants farm system. So they if he struggled at high school and college at times, that's not a good sign.
Exactly.
Come on. Why are you picking that guy? Shoot. I can go down to the gym and look at somebody that looks pretty athletic and draft them. You know, hey, this guy's got unbelievable body, like less than 1% body fat. He's fast. He's can jump. He can run, but he's never hit a baseball.
This last
exactly.
This last draft, Dan, was the first draft I've watched where the picks the Giants had consistently were not reaches. They were like good value. Yeah. According to what most of the experts. So for what that's worth, maybe this will finally be a good draft, and we'll see some benefits from it in the next year or two.
Yeah, this was the Giants supposedly were one of the top one or two teams on almost everybody's list that liked the draft. They loved the kid.
Bishop, Reggie.
Well, he was the year before, but they loved Bryce Eldridge and then the kid from Colorado, the shortstop. Why am I forgetting his name?
God, what was his name?
That's right, Eldridge. Eldridge is going to be nice, I think.
Yeah.
Every time I hear Eldridge,
he's got power.
I don't want to trade Eldridge.
I forgot the kid's name.
I'm gonna find it.
So White, or I can't remember now.
No.
Is it in the chat?
I'll find it.
It's a shortstop from Colorado, high schooler.
Yes.
Martin, Walker Martin. There it is. Yeah. Logan's got it. Walker, Gamboa, Walker Martin. That's it. I knew it was a common name.
Wasn't he like the last one to sign? Wasn't he?
I'm not sure. I don't remember the signings, but we'll see how these. I mean, these guys are high schoolers, so they're 3-4 years away.
Exactly.
They're three. But you know what? Who's the kid that came out of high school? Oh gosh, he's. I ate too much tonight, man.
The panda's coming back to haunt you.
Yeah, it is. It's like, what the heck is the guy's
name?
You
had Panda Express tonight?
Yeah, I could have went out to dinner with the whole group, the meeting group, but I had the podcast with Larry and stuff. So
you better play the fart noises.
Yeah. I'll give you some real ones here in a little bit.
One of the first shows I did with you, you ripped one. I think two of them,
man, that was
naturally.
That was pretty good. I remember
that. Gosh, what was the kid's name? He's ready for the major leagues almost. He's 19. I can't think. Somebody's got a short. I think it's. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, pull up the draft there.
Here's our draft. Here we go.
Pull up everybody's draft there. Is there a way to pull up?
Oh man.
Go ahead and watch this. We'll look at this first.
All right. There's Bryce Eldridge, of course. Yep. sitting at the dinner table. There's Walker Martin was number 2,
Yeah.
high schooler.
Yeah.
Another high schooler. And then you got Joe Whitman.
Whitman, that was the pick for Rodon.
Yep. There's
Cole Foster for Auburn, shortstop. He's supposed to be a good fielder.
Maui Ohuna. He's supposed to be a good shortstop, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that kid is supposed to have a really special glove.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But I heard the bat, maybe not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Quinn McDaniel.
Don't know.
Luke
No, he's supposed to be a decent hitter. And
Liger.
then this catcher is supposed to be pretty good. Good pick.
Luke Schleiger.
Yeah. Sugar.
Schleiger. Then Scott Bandura, Josh Bostic, Charlie Skizcounty,
Wow.
Zycounty.
Skip it.
Zyconi?
Rennell's going to have fun with that name if he makes
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Peyton. That was the guy, the Louisville catcher. That was a
Jack Payton.
pick that was unexpected, or it wasn't supposed to be there. Something like that. I don't know what it was. So who knows? I mean, who knows? But there's a guy I want to get to that's 19 that they say.
Who for
is-
the Giants?
No, I can't remember his
Oh,
name. He's supposed to be pull up the draft.
yeah.
Oh wait, Jackson Holiday. That's it.
Oh, that's Matt Holiday's son. Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson Holiday with the Orioles. He's like already hitting in AAA. The cover off the ball, and he's 19.
Yeah.
And man, he was the number 1 pick. He's the number 1 prospect. That's the one.
And he's going to Baltimore.
Well, yeah, this is why I'm ticked off. I wanted the Giants to do this route, but now, the Orioles did it before they instituted the
stupid lottery. Now you
lottery.
can't literally tank and get the first pick because you got to go into a lottery.
Yep.
To determine whether or
the
not you're
A's
gonna
were
get-
awful and finished with the 4th pick.
Yep.
Um,
And the Giants missed big with Joey Bart. He can't be your second pick and miss like that.
but if we look at that draft, it wasn't a good draft.
It wasn't.
Giants.
There's a lot of misses in that.
Yeah,
first
it
one.
was.
There's no. So it was a bad draft. So
Yeah, that's a gamble.
it's kind of like when the Warriors got the year that Wiseman came out, it wasn't an incredible draft. LaMelo Ball was behind him, but there was a couple players in there. But I don't know. I tell you, and then the Niners got this. What they have, the 3rd pick, and Trey Lance. Man, I don't know what this.
And the Warriors had the 2nd pick and took Wiseman.
Look at that. The Warriors had Wiseman, the Giants had Bart, and the Niners had Lance.
That's a lot of swinging and missing right there.
Plus, yeah. Bears scouting did not have a good few years.
Man. But look what the Niners have done in the later rounds.
Yeah,
Fred
they make up
Warner,
for it,
Dre
for sure.
Greenlaw,
Kittle.
and Purdy and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Mason today scores the touchdown. UFA.
Hey, my
undrafted.
boy finally got us.
Yeah. I loved how they did that. They put Kyle's pretty smart. McCaffrey goes all the way down to the 2-yard line on an opening play, 73 yards. Did he stay? Wasn't he in on that play, or was he out? And they just didn't give him the ball.
I think he was out of that, but he was exhausted because he cut back like 3 times. He was probably tired as hell. So they took him out, and Mason got the vulture touchdown.
Yeah, it's like fantasy managers were pissed.
Yeah.
Man, I'm ticked because my fantasy team might win, but I might give up 2nd place because all the points that your defense gave up. You didn't stop. Matt Gates today. Will B's team.
Speaking of fantasy football, I got a bone to pick with you, Danny. I think you traded me damaged goods, man. Stephon Diggs, he looks well. You have some inside knowledge, man. Like next time I see you, we're gonna have some issues, man. You traded me some damaged goods that I didn't know about. That dude has not been anywhere close to the Stephon Diggs that I've seen all year long. So I don't know. Whatever.
Jeez, that's. I didn't get much in the deal, just Hill.
Oh yeah, just the best fantasy player in all of football.
Shoot, I finally get Justin Jefferson to play, and he gets hurt today on his second catch. He gets.
Oh, I know, that's brutal.
I hope he's
look
not.
At Will Martinez. Dan traded everyone. Damaged goods. Get in line.
Hey man, it's my show. It's fixed. It's all fixed, man.
What did Michael Bloomberg say that one year at the Republican event? I know I'm from New York, and I know a con man when I see one. I do know. He's right up there in the upper left-hand box.
Where? Over there.
Dan Conamilio.
Conamilio.
He pulled so many trades. He had to finagle and figure out which one was going to work and who was the damaged goods one.
Oh, I didn't see the pass, Kifna. What is a high pass by Dobbs to Jefferson that got him hurt? Or how did he get hurt? I'll have to look it up. Maybe if Dobbs got him hurt, they'll yank his butt and put in somebody that he got 3 points today.
You would have figured Jordan Addison would step up with Jefferson out. He's been.
I hope Jefferson isn't out for good, man.
3-0. Boy, great fantasy matchup for that one. The Vikings and the Raiders. Oh my God.
This is why I'm hiding out in a shady motel. Because Will B said I suckered everybody and built a juggernaut by doing so, trading his damage. Shoot, am I going to get a reputation that no one's going to want to trade with me?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore now.
Crap, I'll find 12 new guys to get in the league next year. 11 guys. I need it set. Hey.
Just say no. If Dan calls, just let it go to voicemail.
Be like, I'm going to have to start working in the draft, man. My drafts suck, but I didn't do a very good draft.
The draft stream was classic. That was classic.
My draft did not do well.
You got my guy. I was going to pick him.
I took Ayuk instead of Amon St. Brown. Although Ayuk's done well.
Ayuk's had a good year.
Yeah. I mean, I was okay on Ayuk. I should have kept CeeDee Lamb. Jared Goff is sucking all of a sudden.
The Shaw Show says, glad I'm not in the league then. Great marketing, guys. Oh, man.
I do have to look up Justin Jefferson. How bad is it? Because I'm going to
playoffs start next week, right?
I know, and I thought I had a bye, and it looks like unless Tyreek comes through, and because of your lack of defending, letting Will B just run up and down the field on you, he put 159 on you. Your
on
defense,
me?
Yeah.
Will B is Gates?
Yeah.
Or
Will B is Matt Gates.
Matt Gates, yeah.
Oh, that.
You guys were playing.
Military History Chronicles really came in handy. He fired all his guns on my ass.
Oh, he was transported to the hospital.
Good job, Wolverine.
What are you laughing at? What are we laughing at?
He's transported to the hospital.
Well, crap, man. I traded Devontae Smith and.
Hey, that's damaged goods karma.
There it is.
Your guy can join our guys in the hospital bed.
He's out of the hospital and he's going to travel with the team. I just need Tyreek Hill and my defense to go off tomorrow. Get me into second place. I'll rest my guys. I'll give them a little week off. I'll send them to Cancun for the week. Bring them back refreshed, and we'll be ready to go.
I gotta clip that. Just that one part. He's already transported to the hospital.
I'm gonna look at the play right here. Let's look at it together. Wait.
Oh, that's not good.
Dan, Jim Thurkel has a question for you.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Oh,
what's Jim? Dan,
Dan, if the Giants get Lee and Yamamoto, would it be good offseason?
It wouldn't be too bad. It would
If
be
they-
it wouldn't be an A, but it would be a B. I mean, I don't know much about Lee. Some people love him.
I would go C plus. I would go C plus.
I'm higher on Lee than I think everybody is.
I don't like Lee.
I think
Yeah, it was a bad pass by Dobbs. Get him up. Send that dude packing. You just killed your franchise. Look at this. Look at this pass.
It keeps cutting it off.
Yeah, stop it there. Watch the pass.
There
Look
we
how
go.
he has to jump. Ooh.
Ooh, right in the ribs.
Send him to the hospital. Way to go, Josh Dobbs.
That's a rib right there.
left him exposed.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Rest him up. Hopefully he only misses a week. Maybe he won't even miss a week. Jeez.
Man. But no, I don't think Lee's bat's gonna play. His defense, might be fine.
I might have to.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Larry, I think, says that you can get the fastball by him, but
Yeah, they're only throwing 94 in the KBO. I don't know.
Make adjustments. Like I said,
Yeah, you absolutely. Well, I don't know. You it's hard to tell. KBO is kind of a hard, league. It's not, the Japanese, the Nippon League, is a little bit closer to MLB standards than it is with the KBO.
Yeah. What intrigues me about him is for a guy that weighs 165, 170 pounds, he's got an awful lot of power, which tells me he has a quick bat. And if he has a quick bat, then that means that he can adjust to a little bit faster pitching.
I had him, Nick Mullins. I knew he was going to take over. They benched Dobbs. Yep.
Yamamoto, Lee, Hoskins, and trade for a bat would be more like a B.
Here we go, real quick.
Season.
Anyone in the chat, can you guys look it up? Who is Rhys Hoskins' agent? The reason why I asked this, Los, if the Giants are going to want to get any decent free agent, guess who they're going to have to go through?
Scott
Boras. He has Lee, he has Snell, he has Bellinger, and that's why I was asking about Rhys Hoskins. I don't know if he has Rhys Hoskins or not. So if you're talking about getting some high-level free agent bats or even an arm, you're going to have to go through Scott Boras. Dan had a great skit last night about Farhan talking to Scott Boras. That was pretty good, Dan.
I don't remember.
It's Scott Boras. There you go. Rhys Hoskins, Scott Boras. So that's where this is the predicament, and you're gonna have to rely on Mr. Farhan Zaidi, master of negotiating, to deal with Scott Boras. That's gonna be a bloodbath.
So here's a conspiracy theory. I know Dan loves these. Doesn't agree with them, but he still loves to hear them just for the hell of it. So we're talking about why do players don't come to San Francisco? What if, who other than Scott Boras is a powerful agent? Has a lot of players.
A lot of players.
I have seen documentaries that when agents have a bad experience with an organization, they kind of steer their players away from them, in so many words. I mean, if they're offering the most money, then it's their fiduciary obligation to present it to them. But I have heard that from time to time. So, that would be a good look up. Name a Scott Boras free agent that has signed in San Francisco in the last 10 years.
Michael Conforto.
All right, here's the top.
That's one thing. Real quick, Dan. So when we missed that on Correa, who has Scott Boras still worked with the Giants with Conforto. But then again, Conforto is, he was coming off of major shoulder surgery, his second one. So I think it was kind of a low risk move for Boras, for Conforto to come to the Giants.
Oh shit! Senior Scott Boras is from Elk Grove, so he's from
he is. Yeah, he's from Elk Grove, right down the road from me.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why do you?
All right, here's the top 12 agents that help players swing for the fences. Scott Boras, number 1. There he is, Scotty.
There he is.
Number 2, Joel Wolf. He's with the Wasserman Agency. His contract totals $1 billion, and he only made $50.8 million in commissions. What the heck am I doing in insurance?
Hey Dan, do you technically have to pass the bar and be a lawyer to be an agent or no?
I don't think so. Why don't we go get a couple guys, Los?
No, hey, you know what, Boris? You know, he was a damn dentist. He was a damn dentist before he became an agent.
We got people skills. Let's open up the NorCal
yeah, exactly.
agency.
Number 3, Casey Close. He made 63 in commissions, 63 million. Dan Lozano, 40.1 million. That's Dan Cochimilio, not Lozano. Jeez. Nick Baleolo.
Oh, that's the one that has Ohtani.
Yep. Boy, that's a hit he made today, man.
Yes, he did.
Sam and Seth Levinson. You know what? I think it's going to be the Dan and Carlos. Hey, Chewy from La Puente. Come on, man.
Hey, I'll brush up on my Spanish, man, to get some of them commissions. Hell yeah.
Close to be the Latin
easier
guy.
than doing loans, I'll tell you that.
Hey, man, we'll make our clients like, hey, man, come sign with us, man. We'll get you all the top money. And you know what? If they don't agree with us, we'll just get up and walk away.
How much do agents typically make on each deal? Percentage?
I don't know what the percentage.
5%? Is that fair?
I don't know if they're 5 or 10.
God, man.
Craig Landis, that's another name. Mark Piper, independent sports agent.
I'm wondering why.
All we need to do is get 1 or 2 clients, Los.
1 or 2 and you're set.
Yeah.
Come on, if a guy like that looks like that can get a job, come on, we can do that.
Oh, that guy is weird looking, man. He looks like an alien.
Yeah.
One eye is like way over far than the other ones. Like people are signing with him.
Hey, maybe you can negotiate though.
But if you're a player,
what's the name of his agency? Oh, he named it. What? Butchin. What? Butchin. See, he's with Butchin Agency. But get it? He's with Butchin.
Man.
Yeah. Go get Casey Schmidt to be our client.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Baba Booey, don't encourage him, man. We don't need to catch a strike. Don't need to catch a strike.
No.
Yeah.
I can speak
Italian. Jerry Maguire is about as good as it gets as far as an agent.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Man, I'm telling you, Los and I could kill it, man. Hey, we'll get you in a house. We'll get you set up with some life insurance. We'll get you set up with. That's
only if the player is 55 years old.
Yeah.
No, Los doesn't. He does regular financing.
Yeah, it's a one-stop shop. Not only do we sign them with a team, but I set them up with a property, and Dan sets them up.
You can help their parents. There you go.
Retirement income for life.
Oh,
yeah, we'll get them. We'll get everybody set up, man. Hey, and we'll we'll treat our clients with first class instead of we will. Man, our clients will love us because they'll know that we're not only guys that got a good sense of humor, they'll know we're thinking of them on special occasions.
Absolutely.
Instead of sending them a stupid card in the mail,
I know what's coming.
We'll just tell them, hey, happy birthday.
Oh man.
Hey man, could you imagine Casey getting that? He'd be laughing.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you don't have to pass the bar, that's
10% for the big. 10% for the big guy. That's good. I like that, D-Shot. 10% for the big guy.
Yeah, who needs Hunter Biden? We got Hunter Bishop.
Oh, jeez. Man.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I'll go get me Hunter Bishop as my first client. Hey, Hunter.
There you go.
I would think they have to be lawyers because just of the terms of the contract.
Screw that. Who needs a lawyer?
I don't know why more players don't just represent themselves. Really?
Hey, look. Sign here. Look. We promise.
Everyone is eating at the table while the show is on the TV. Could you imagine that? Hey, man, these guys are pretty good. They know what they're talking about.
That's pretty good, but it's not as good as that one dude that said he was with his wife and the sounds went off. And
that was Senior.
Oh, that was Senior. He was in the elevator.
He was in the elevator.
Oh, his wife gave him the biggest stink eye, no pun intended.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Oh, my God.
Man.
We've had some amazing moments here on the NorCal Sports Network.
Yeah, hey, everybody hit that like button. We're down. We were at 130 or something. I thought
127, somewhere around there. Yeah, we've been holding about 100 almost the whole time. Yeah.
All right, everybody, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Yes, it's low value entertainment here. It's free.
Hey, that can be our fallout. Is
yeah, that's what it was. The Grand Hotel in Disneyland.
Fruition. People got to go somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna hear this anywhere else. Ain't gonna hear this anywhere else.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Go listen to any sports show. They take them. Too many guys take themselves a little too serious.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys want me to do some?
Oh no.
Impersonations.
Oh, is it going to be Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy again? I don't know where he's going with this, Los.
Well, he's got the hat on backward. Could be Brandon Crawford.
All right, Blue Jays gonna get Ohtani.
Oh no! Don't do that! Come on! Don't do that!
The plane's coming. I'm telling you, plane is coming.
I know what Los doesn't know. I know who it is. I know who it is.
Let's get some trades going.
Chat will know.
All right, everybody. Hey, chat, hit that like button. Everybody subscribe. We want to get up to 120 likes tonight. Everybody do that. We'll be there. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is going to be some happening moves coming this week. We want to see things coming to the Blue Jays. We didn't get Ohtani, but we're going to get Bellinger. Hey, Atlanta Braves, they're making a big move.
Come on. No, that's not getting after our fellow YouTube guys here.
No, Jim Riley. Hey, if you don't watch the show,
it's all we're joking.
It's in fun. We're good, fun impersonation. Jim Riley's got a great show.
He does.
He does a great job. He does baseball, and that was all in just fun, man. If people make fun right? People are gonna make fun of our show, man. They got a lot of material to make fun of me.
Oh, Scott Farrell.
Well,
Speaking of,
if you tried to do him, your throat would explode.
Oh, I know. Hey, Scotty Farrell here.
No, Scott Farrell is one of my favorites. I used to call him all the time.
Hey, man.
I love for Vallejo.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, let me pour you a cold one.
Oh, man, I totally blew it today at the end of Larry's show. I called, I was like trying to make a joke about Kevin, his bed was made. And I meant to say Tommy DeVito. Hey, are you like Tommy DeVito? Getting your mom makes your breakfast and made your bed because he's at home now? And I said Josh Giddey. And Josh Giddey's like in trouble with having an underage girl.
Oh.
He used the wrong
name. I was like, I delivered it and I was like, that doesn't sound right. Dang it. Giddey. And I was like, and I couldn't remember who it was. And then but came to me about, we were just signing off and I was like, I told him
here we go.
I said, I'm sorry, Kev. I meant DeVito.
Here we go. Yeah, I could bring it up. You want me to bring it up?
Bring what up?
What you said?
No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's Larry's show.
Oh man.
We don't want any
Oh, my
strikes.
No.
Yeah, because that may happen. Yeah. Don't want to do that. Just go take a look at it. Just go take a look at it. Just go to the end of Larry's show. Not the very end, but it's like the last 5 minutes or so.
Oh gosh, that was a classic bonehead move of mine. Oh gosh.
It's funny. I was in here putting the thumbnail together, and my wife says, "Hey, I think Dan said something weird." I was like, "What? No, not Dan." I go out there. I was like, "What?" I was like, because I didn't know who it was. Like, who is it? So we started looking online. I was like, "Oh no."
I said the wrong guy. I just like, oh gosh.
Bellinger's agent is Scott Boris.
But we bring it up where we all unlike.
He's not coming here.
No, we don't want to get it. That was yeah. You know what my controversial remark was, Los?
For
On
what?
the beginning of the show, I
Oh.
tried to create some fireworks, like make a bold statement. And some people in the chat, man, you'd think I was like Barabbas or something, I was going to be hung. I said, here's the bold statement. Everybody they say, well, Brock Purdy's, he's not Joe Montana, but he has similarities, but he's not Joe Montana. And I said, no, he's not Joe Montana. He's better than Joe Montana at the same stages of their careers. Like Purdy is doing more than Montana did in his. I mean, Montana's first full year, 81, they won the Super Bowl. He went 13-3, was fantastic.
He stopped behind DeBerg for 2 years.
Yeah, he played a little bit in
79,
79, and then he played in 80, made the big comeback against the Saints.
He started playing halfway through the 80
Yeah.
season when they were 6-10, and then his first full year as starter was
13-3. But what I was saying is, if Purdy goes 14-3 this year, if they win out, they win 14-3, win the Super Bowl, and he gets MVP. And yes, and I did clarify this. I said he's not. I'm not saying he's going to have the great career that Joe Montana had. I'm not saying that he'll be as good as Joe Montana. I'm just saying right now, at this stages of their career, what is Purdy? I mean, Purdy's completing 69, 70% of his passes. Montana was like 63. He's got more touchdown passes, less interceptions. I know the rules are different, but it was just to have a little fun. I don't think that Purdy will have near the career that Joe did, but it's possible.
so many
it's
people
possible.
So many people have selective hearing, so they're not going to hear.
They did, and then somebody said, "Oh, come on, I saw Montana play. What do you?"
They're not going to hear the part where you said at this point of their careers.
Yeah, and Larry emphasized that too. He knew what I was saying. He goes, "I hear you."
There's going to be somebody national that's going to say, "Oh, there was a guy named Dan Cochimilla that said Purdy was better than Joe Montana."
That's the whole point. Let it go national. That's why I said it.
Oh yeah, bring publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. Whatever. I shouldn't say any. Publicity is publicity, though. But no, that's not a off the wall.
It's not crazy.
The thing that Purdy has to do to even come close to Joe's stature, though, is
to win a few.
Master at bringing teams from behind.
Yep.
The master.
Oh God.
I did not win. If the Niners were behind 6 going into the fourth quarter or 2 or 3 minutes left, I was confident he was going to.
Yeah, and I don't know. We haven't seen Purdy been able to do that
yet.
He's only, we don't know. He didn't have a great game at Cleveland, but he did bring them down to win.
He did.
He did get them. He did get them down on that last drive for what should have been a chip shot.
Yeah. Well, they're the number 1 seed now, so
yeah, they got to win out. They got to win
out. To get a bye would be huge.
Did the Niners clinch the division today?
I don't think they did.
Or only the Rams. One more win or one loss does it, I think. because the Rams are 6-7. The best they can do is 10-7.
To lose out.
Yep, exactly. That's the only way. And so theoretically, the Niners, but they don't want. It sucks that there's not 2 buys now, because now you gotta really work hard. Let's take a look at those NFL standings, just up to date here. I haven't seen Will B in the chat.
No, I haven't seen him. He might be busy tonight.
He's so focused on trying to beat me.
Yeah, he's man. All right, here's the standings. Dolphins play tomorrow night. 9-3. They should be 10-3 after they dismantle Tennessee.
Hey, Baltimore had problems with the Rams today. The Rams look pretty damn good.
Look at that NFC South. All 4 teams lost, or 3. Titans haven't played yet. Texans could have moved into first place today, and they lost to the Jets. Man. So Baltimore's going to win the AFC North.
They might get home field.
Them or Miami, it looks like. Let's take a look at the playoffs here real quick. Let's see. Playoff. So I don't know who gets the tiebreaker if the Dolphins win tomorrow. Well, Kansas City would be 3rd, Jacksonville 4th.
I need Tyreek to go off in my other league.
Boy, the AFC's kind of weaker this year. I thought they were stronger, but Pittsburgh's in the 6th slot. They're terrible.
A lot of injuries.
Colts 7th. I want to see Houston and D'Amico get in there. Dang it. Look at Denver. Cincinnati, don't give up on Jake Browning and whoever picked up Jake Browning in fantasy.
I picked him up in my other league, and he may start for me in the playoffs because Herbert got hurt.
Oh, Herbert got hurt?
Herbert's such a bust this year.
I should have picked him up. I should have picked up Browning, man. I knew he was good because I saw him at Washington. Did you know he went to UW, Eric?
What's up?
Did you know he went to UW? Browning? Huh?
I don't care.
What are you doing?
I just want to know if he scores me damn points. That's all I care.
You didn't even know who he is. You just picked him up because you had Burrow.
Because I had Burrow, exactly. Who's the next guy, man? Who's the next man up? Oh, gotta get that guy.
Let's see. All right, let's see. Go back here. NFC, Niners. Look at that, sitting in the 1. Dallas in the 2. But if the Eagles win out, they will get the 2 slot. I think Dallas loses next week. They got 2 tough road games. They got Buffalo and Miami the next 2 weeks.
I'm telling you, Green Bay is going to give whoever they play, if they make the playoffs, are going to give them a good game. That team is coming on.
Green Bay, yeah.
Get confident, and they have a coach that's experienced in the playoffs. Watch out for the Packers.
Wow, look at this. And then you know what I like about Seattle being right there right now?
They can make an effort next week against Philly.
Yeah, it's do or die.
I mean, I think they kind of died today, but yeah, they got
the Falcons. This Tampa Bay Tampa Bay's in the leader at 6-7. Look at that division: 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. My goodness, that's pathetic. You're the 11th seed, and you have a chance to win your division, or even get into the playoffs because. Oh, gosh. Wow. So the Niners next
Martinez,
week.
You're a Tampa fan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Will Martinez is a Tampa Bay.
That's why. Are you from that area?
Yeah, where are you from, Will? Because he's got the team name Go Buck Yourself, and then he's got White, and he's got Evans, and he's got the Tampa Bay defense.
Hey, Will, if I go to Tampa, I'm going to go to Hogan's Hangout. That's a Hulk Hogan's bar and karaoke spot. That looks really cool.
Well, you know, brother.
Yeah, he's there a lot too, Eric. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be cool to hang out with Hogan. Man.
Born and raised, he said, in Tampa. So he sticks to his Tampa team. There you go. Are you a Rays fan or more a Rays fan or more of a Giants fan?
Giants fan. Giants almost moved there in '92.
Yeah, you would have been
Close.
you could have been a Tampa Bay Giants. I wonder if he's more a Giants fan. I think he's more of a Giants fan than a Rays fan, I guess. I'm guessing. I'm going to guess. I bet you didn't grow up with baseball.
Hey, Eddie DeBartolo lives there now.
Born in San Mateo, but grew up a Bucks fan. Allstott, Lynch, Dunn were my guys.
Warwick, Dunn, Mike Allstott, John Lynch.
John Allstott, man, he used to just run.
Oh,
people over.
man. He just bulldozed.
Oh, gosh. If I was tackling that dude, I'd be like, andale, move. Hey, andale. Be like a bull, man, and be moving the sheet. Like,
There you go, D-Shot. Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, Trent Baalke. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no,
Dead.
I don't mess
Lowry.
Hey, Larry. Larry. Hey, Larry.
Bloody man.
Larry. He's like,
I
hey,
don't mess up.
hey, Larry. We got, I need a couple of guys, a couple of guys that have torn their ACLs.
Oh, my God.
How's the food there, Will, at Hogan's? Is it a typical dive bar food spot, or it's decent? I definitely, if I go to that area, I will definitely go there on a Monday night.
Wow. 62 days. That'll be here before you know it.
Yeah,
Interesting
that's
report.
2 months, man. I'm telling you. Today's December, 10th? Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Pitchers and catchers, and then it's like, wow. Who Melvin, maybe when he gets to camp, he might like, oh my goodness, what did I sign up for? What'd you give me for on?
Yeah. So you got to deal with Boris.
Hey, that was a sneaky good move by Arizona getting Rodriguez. I'm telling you,
it sure was, wasn't it?
Like they have a nice rotation. If they play the Dodgers, even with the almighty Ohtani, if they play the Dodgers in the playoff spot, like I would not discount Arizona.
They said Arizona may be in the sweepstakes for Yamamoto as well, maybe.
If they get him, watch out. That's 4 deep they got in their rotation, and their lineup is good.
See, here's the thing. The Giants' shot for Ohtani, I think, was better than Yamamoto because there was only a few suitors going after Ohtani, right? Yamamoto, because he's a little bit cheaper. Well, he's not so cheap now. He's probably going to hit $300 million. But you got a lot more teams in play. So now the Giants got more competition. And the problem is a lot of these guys – I hate talking about this, but they got a better team.
The Giants overpay for Yamamoto.
I want second place in fantasy. Dang it! I thought I moved and Will B had to have that many points today.
Dan's been stewing on this since the show started.
I thought I had second place and I didn't look and see. All they got to do is win. You just got to win. I'll be in second place. And Los gives up 159 today. I know you didn't technically, but I can still blame you.
That's all the damaged goods that you sent me. That's why.
Man, dang it.
It affected my defense.
I just need 42 points tomorrow night.
From who? Oh, Tyreek.
I got Tyreek Hill and the Miami defense.
We might get it. Tyreek's a beast.
I need if Tyreek can get me like 30 and Miami can get me 12. Or I can start Green Bay. I got both defense. I can start Green Bay tomorrow night against the Giants, or Miami against Oh,
they can't give $40 million to Yamamoto.
Cleveland.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what? The Giants could offer him $500 million, and he may still say no because he probably wants to win, right? Yeah, money talks to a certain extent. But he's going to get paid wherever he goes, whether it's $400 million from the Giants or $375 from the Dodgers.
Well, that's why you have to convince guys and their agents that this is a winning organization. You have to show video. You have to show the place packed out. You have to show Steve Perry singing, Don't stop believing in the crowd and the place rocking and rolling and 40,000. And then you got to show the Giants storming the mound in 2010, storming the mound again in 2012, storming the mound in 2014. And he says, well, the Dodgers keep winning. And then you go, when's the last time they won a regular season World Series?
But that's Farhan saying that.
You weren't even born. You weren't even born. It was 1988. You'd be retired from baseball right now if you were waited on them and you were born in 89. You would have never won a World Series if you were born in 89 and you went to the Dodgers.
Here you go.
You would have the Giants, you would have won 3 and they've won 8 and they have the most wins of all time. This is the greatest, winningest franchise of all time in regular season victories. So this is why you got to sign with San Francisco.
He's got to see what the roster is now, though.
And don't mind all the feces in the street and the needles.
The Giants blew it after the 21 season, after they won 107 games. That offseason, They could have really had the leverage to say, come on, we're building something really special here, and could have attracted some players. But they stayed pat pretty much, and here we are.
Losa, we talked about this earlier. It's like, why didn't, if they weren't going to get Ohtani, why didn't they go get some big guys? But yet they sit there and sign, like Senior says, they signed Yaz and Slater so early, and they could have waited till February.
No, they had to sign those guys.
Or is it because of arbitration?
They would have been released.
Good. I see.
Let them release.
Unless they're thinking of trading them, I would have let them go. Yeah.
Who's going to sign them?
What is the attachment to them? Let them go. God.
Yeah, Jazz may have been picked up.
Exactly.
No one would have got
keeping mediocrity around.
Yep, this is Farhanian
what they're known for.
Baseball.
Farhanian baseball. Thank you. Yes.
Hey, the players talk amongst each other.
I got something for you, Farhan.
Talk with their agents.
So. Oh no!
What's that?
He almost did it.
I didn't hear it. What?
Nah, I'm sorry.
He was gonna fart in the microphone.
No, just an act.
The teriyaki chicken's about to come out.
I had to, I ate it too fast. You ever get too hungry and then you get like stomach cramps after you eat because you
waited too much air. You were
you waiting too long to eat. Yeah, that's when you.
Is it pretty chilly in Tucson?
I don't know. Not that bad. I haven't been outside much.
It's cold here tonight.
Yeah, I know it's been cold up there.
I love it.
I like the cold weather. I got my. What did I do with my stuff here? Where did I put that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got my whole. I got my flannel bottom pajamas on because they're comfortable. Just
nice.
Stick them on there when it's cold. Yeah, this is what you need when you get a bunch of air. So you eat too fast.
What are you doing, Dan?
I haven't had Panda in a long time.
Yeah, same thing over here, Senior, in Galt. It's pretty damn cold.
Good.
The green ones. There you go.
Oh, man. Hey, what? Beano wasn't available?
Oh, man.
What do you know
hey,
about
man, I rarely take these, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to take them with me on my trip. You never know when you're going to need them. And sure enough. I ate too much tonight and got that gas where you get your cramps in the stomach because it's all the air. Man. Jeez.
Speaking of releasing, that's what you need to do.
How about
exactly?
Hey, I got something we could release. How about if we release the entire Giants outfield?
Yeah.
Except Blake Sable. Keep Blake.
Gosh,
do you think out of all the Giants outfielders, that if the one that may have somewhat of a bounce back here and be decent, would it be Haniger?
You know what? I'm going to say this.
I don't know.
Because I like these guys. I'm not, I as a fan, I like them personally. I've met them. I think Haniger could have a bounce back year. And
I think so too.
I think Conforto
would be the one I would like.
And I'll tell you, I think Conforto will too. And here's why. Conforto's on a make or break it
Contract.
What are you laughing at, Eric? The
Yeah,
Ask
Will,
Gas X? Is that what you?
no.
They gave him the stink eye.
Will, put the earbuds in, buddy.
Yeah, put the earbuds in.
Put the earbuds in.
So what are you listening to? This clown? Come on, the dude's ancient, and he's lost it. He's Joe Biden. He's farting on the air.
Oh man.
No.
Will, does your family call you Memo? Had a very, very good friend. I have a very good high school friend named William Martinez, and we always call him Memo. That was his nickname.
Memo.
Yeah, William is Memo.
Oh, okay. No, I think Conforto could have a bounce back year. Here's why. He missed all of 22.
I saw it too. Yeah.
Hey,
Pepto-Bismol.
that's a good call.
There you go. Call
There
him
we
up,
go.
Dan.
That's
Hey,
a good
yeah.
call. We need to get a big sponsor in here.
Yes, we need Pepto-Bismol. Is your stomach giving you problems?
Hey, they got a great jingle. Diarrhea. Yeah, there you go.
Are you having issues?
So how did
You need Pepto-Bismol.
If you had too much pig and a pickle, come have some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh man. Could you imagine that? I have to put up a damn logo of Pepto-Bismol, man.
You
Come
can
on.
combine them too. Some people don't do well with barbecue.
I don't know, man.
I like that Pepto-Bismol. Tums.
Tums.
Dum dum dum.
Alka-Seltzer.
Pop pop fizz fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
I'll be making a call to those account executives tomorrow.
What are we laughing at?
Oh, the pop fizz fizz.
You ever heard that one?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, pop fizz fizz. Oh, what? Come on, some of the commercial sounds that they used to do, man. Man, I got one the other day. Did I send you guys the Fred Sanford one? Oh, it was
No, I don't think
so
you did.
hilarious.
Which one? God, there's so many.
That dude's classic.
This is hilarious. We
man.
can't play it on here.
No.
I mean, you couldn't even play this stuff today, and
Oh,
it was
no.
on regular
Same thing
TV.
with Archie Bunker. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent it to somebody.
Unless it was on cable.
Here, I'm gonna. I bet you a senior doesn't even know who Fred Sanford was.
Yeah,
right?
he knows who Sanford is. So he's close to my age. He should
Is
know.
he?
Yeah.
I thought he was younger than you, in his 40s.
No.
Fred G. Sanford, and the G stands for Giants baseball.
Where did I send that to? Gosh darn it! I sent it to a buddy the other day, and I can't find his name in here. Come on, Paul. Where are you, Paul? There we are. Here. All right. This is great. Who should I send it to?
Send it to that whole chat or conversation, whatever.
What is it? A skit?
It's a scene from
Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Which episode? I know almost every episode.
it's when he's in court and he says, "Watch me
I
get
know exactly what he says.
watch me get off," and he's there betting. Hey, 2-1. Yeah.
Why don't you arrest white people?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I do. Well, where are they? Well, he's in here. This is like a Guitar Stand movie. Sanford. I can quote Sanford and Son really well.
Oh man, I saw that one the other day, and I just I missed that show. I used to.
Oh, you don't have it? It's on. I think it's on Pluto TV.
I can. I just pull it up. They're all you can pull up anything.
I'm serious. Like, go watch. Hey, always puts a smile on my face.
Oh man, and those were the days we didn't have tensions like we do today. We didn't have,
And those shows back then were always known for their theme songs at the beginning of the show.
Oh yeah,
Like
Jeffersons.
You know what's a fun thing to do, Dan, when you have some friends over that are kind of about our age. Go to YouTube and put in 70 TV show themes, and they'll play it, and you have to guess what show it is.
I wish we could do that.
it's
I wish we
easy.
could do that on here, but we can't. Dang it.
I mean, Good Times, Jeffersons, Archie
we're moving
Bunker,
on up
of
to
course, Sanford
the
and
east
Son,
side.
Barney Miller. MASH.
Barney Miller had a good one.
Barney Miller, yeah, that was a good
You know,
one.
Sanford and Sons opening theme was done by Quincy Jones.
Oh yeah,
Quincy Jones.
interesting.
Dun, 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 dun,
With that beat, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
That's classic.
Wow. I don't know what that instrument is, but it's awesome.
That would be a good question for the chat. What is your favorite TV theme show?
Let's do that. Hey,
so
what's
mean.
the you think Late Night Lamont was named after
Lamont Sanford?
Lamont Sanford?
You don't hear too many Lamonts in everyday circles. I always like the theme from Taxi.
Okay.
Taxi and Cheers. Cheers was a great one.
Cheers.
Do you guys remember? This is way back. I don't know if you guys will remember this, but Room 222.
I know the show. My older brothers and sisters watched that.
I don't know.
A little before my time.
Yeah.
I bet you
What's
like
happening? Do you remember What's Happening?
What's happening? Yeah, the guy with the little beanie, the skinny guy.
Rerun and Raj. Hey, Raj.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening? Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh yeah, I remember an episode where the Doobie Brothers were on there.
Doobie Brothers were all. That was awesome.
And they were trying to record them, and Rerun was doing his jumping up and down like he does dancing. And the recorder fell out of his pants. That dude could dance for a fact.
He could dance.
You remember that skit when you said
chips?
Remember the skit from Saturday Night Live? Those guys, what's up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wasn't that a Budweiser commercial? That was
what's up?
Oh, they milked that to death.
Oh gosh.
Oh, senior, great one. Welcome back, Carter.
Welcome back, Cotter. Yeah, I was just thinking of that one.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that. That was Epstein and then what's his name? John Travolta was in there.
Barbarino.
That's who it was.
Yeah, Barbarino.
Boom, 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 boom.
Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days.
Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days. That's probably the theme song right there.
I'll tell you a very underrated TV show that was before its time.
Happy Days theme song. I don't remember how that went.
What?
Happy Days theme song. How'd it go?
Sunday, Monday, Happy Days.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Come on, Eric, step it on in.
Thursday, Friday, Happy Day, Saturday, what I know all of them.
There we go. Fair enough. All right.
We need Eric to sing one now. Let's pick.
I ain't singing
Eric.
shit.
Yeah, you are. Come on.
He goes, you are.
You are, man. We're all.
Wait, hold on. I want to hear what was Los's underrated show? You were saying what was a show ahead of its time?
Soap.
I remember.
Soap was a very controversial show. Kind of political, and it had a young. What's the name of the comedian? The guy that does a good Muhammad Ali. White guy. What is his name? Oh my God, he was.
Yeah, I know. Crystal, Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal, thank you. Billy Crystal was in Soap. A young Billy Crystal. It's a great cast.
How about Benson? Remember Benson?
Yeah. See, Mark Graves knows Soap was hilarious.
Hey, you know who was really and she just recently passed, man. I love her. Chrissy, Suzanne Summers.
Summers. Oh,
she was hot. Oh gosh, she was hot.
She was beautiful. Yeah, she
was good looking even until her.
Hey, Janet wasn't bad either.
Yeah, Janet, and
she's the only one alive from that show. I think Larry's still.
Was Jack supposed to be gay in that show?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was
gay. That's the only way he could live with two girls.
Okay, that was it. They were always like trying to hit on him, and then he would be like.
Oh, John Ritter was absolutely just a spectacular.
He passed away pretty young too, didn't he?
Oh my God, he's so good.
He was great.
Those shows are just so great. People just, even the younger generation, just go back and watch them.
Golly, Robbie, see, golly, hey, Sergeant Carter.
Hey, he was a hell of a singer, though.
Dan, were you much of a MASH guy?
Yeah,
my dad always watched MASH, dude. Yeah. Oh my God.
MASH.
I think that was voted in the top 5 of TV shows of all time.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, MASH was great. I mean, these were Gilligan's Island was one of my favorite. I mean, it wasn't one of those type of shows. It was more of a, but it was one of the older shows.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, the Brady Bunch was obviously one
Brady
that was there in the
Bunch.
Partridge Family.
Ugh,
The
I didn't care for
Partridge
the Partridge
Family had a great theme song.
They had a
I
great theme
think
song.
I
can
love
hear it
you.
right now. Travel along. It's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Yep, there you go. Look at that. Different strokes.
Different strokes. Yep.
Hey, here's one for you. Way back, the Andy Griffith Show.
Andy Griffith.
Don
Yep.
Knotts. He was hilarious.
Don Knotts was
The
hilarious.
young Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Hey, you know,
I
we used to call my buddy in high school. In fact, we still call some people still call him that, but I nicknamed him. He was this redhead, and he was a great athlete, man. He was like our, just phenomenal in baseball, basketball, football. He was a year behind us, but
You called him Opie.
we called him Opie. Yeah.
how about did you like the Big Valley with
Big
Linda
Valley.
Evans and
Oh,
you
mean Dallas? How about Dallas with Linda Evans?
I never watched.
No,
that stuff.
Dynasty was Linda Evans.
Oh, was it Dynasty?
Dallas had
Oh,
Donahue. Oh my God.
Victoria Principal on there.
oh wow. Charlie's Angels. Who was your angel? Which one did you like better? Farrah, Jacqueline Smith, or
I'm
Kate
married to
Jackson?
my wife now because I love Jacqueline Smith and she looked like her. And so
Yeah,
I
she
told
kind
her-
of did. Yeah, Jacqueline Smith was wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
told
Yeah,
her that
although
was-
I had a centerfold. Well, they're not a centerfold. It was not from Playboy, but it was
Farrah Fawcett.
Sports Illustrated. She was on the cover.
Oh, Farrah Fawcett was nice.
Oh man, she was on the cover with that that swimsuit edition.
So was Daisy Duke from Dukes of Hazzard.
And I had my wall. I had my bedroom wall plastered with probably 200 covers. I took them out and then I taped them to my, so you couldn't even see the wall. It was just every Sports Illustrated cover. And that Farrah was dead center, man, right in the middle, man. It was like
70s and 80s shows. Nothing like them.
Catherine Bach. Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah. Oh,
Dan the Stalker.
Linda Carter, Wonder Woman.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, my dad would get in trouble watching that show. My mom would get hot. Turn that damn show off. I know what you're doing. Pops would get in trouble, man. Pops loved him some Linda.
Oh, I'm trying to think of some of the other great shows. I loved All in the Family and the Jeffersons. Hey, Meathead. Meathead. Oh, she'd run over Edith. Oh, Archie, just settle down, Archie.
Were you much of a Star Trek guy?
Not much of a Trekkie guy.
I
No.
like Star Trek. I like science fiction. How about the Wild, Wild, Wild West?
Not too much of that. Although I did like the Star Wars series.
The
I didn't
movies,
do-
you mean?
Yeah, the movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, there were some great shows. And you knew what night they were on. Like Tuesday night was Happy Days with Vernon Shirley and Three's Company.
Robert Boyd says $2. Thank you, Robert. ALF, damn it.
Never got into Alf. Never got
Or
into
ALF, Alf. Yeah, I forgot ALF. I am. Alf, that's right. Alf was the Alf was the monster, right? The puppet monster?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never got
Alf.
into that.
Okay, Alf. I'm like ALF. I'm like, what the
Senior
sorry, Robert.
18. That's a good one. B.A. Baracus. Kifnov, Bewitched, and
I think
Dream
Alf
Too.
was when my kids were little. Alf. Speaking of Alf, you brought him up. Rhymes with Alf from Happy Days.
Ralph Malph.
Ralph Malk. You
Oh.
brought him up a week or two ago.
Oh, it's my buddy Don Most.
Yeah.
I talked to him last week. It's a good dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The A-Team had a great theme song.
Yes, they did.
B.A. Baracus hated to fly. Remember, they always had to try to figure out a way to get him to fly.
I'm trying to think of some other
What you talking about, fool? I'm never coming back.
kind of
All right,
kind of controversial now because of the way sadly his life, what he's more known for. But the Cosby Show was pretty good.
Cosby Show was great. I used to love watching that, but yeah, now he's
Jeez,
not a good man. Not a good man.
That's awful what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in that time of the season. What's the best Christmas movie?
I like Vacation or
Home Alone.
National Lampoon's.
Home Alone. Home Alone.
Home
And
Alone's up
and
there.
I like the one with Will Ferrell. What's that one? Elf. Elf's
Elf.
pretty funny.
Christmas Story is at the top for me. I absolutely love me some Christmas Story.
Die
That was
Hard
good. Die Hard.
is on Christmas.
Yep. Yep.
The
Does it happen on
original.
Christmas? Yep.
Yeah. Jesus, Christmas is in 2 weeks.
Elf is
I
hilarious,
know.
though, man.
It's gonna be here before you know
Will
it.
Ferrell's nuts. Did you hear Will Ferrell the other day about he was just talking to
Playing the
Seattle?
Niners.
Yeah, playing with Seattle. What do you tell him? He says, what do you if you're Pete Carroll, what do you tell him? He says, punt on third down.
That dude is original. Oh, Family Matters. That's a good one. That's a young
Was that what's her name? The blonde?
no, Marty McFly.
Meredith Baxter, or was that Family Ties? Meredith
That's Family Ties. Family Ties
Meredith
was
Baxter.
Oh,
Burney,
you're right. Family Ties is
Meredith Baxter Burney and
Justin Bateman,
and what's his name?
Michael Fox.
Michael
Michael
Fox.
J. Fox. Yeah.
What a sad situation that is for the guy, man. He could barely
Yeah, I know. Parkinson's is rough.
Parkinson's. Yeah, my dad ended up having Parkinson's. But Michael J. Fox, I mean, all the money he's gotten, and he's fortunate just to have what he's got in the medicine because got it really bad.
Oh, I religiously also watched The $6 Million Man.
Oh,
$6 million
Steve,
man. We have the technology.
Colonel Steve Austin,
Steve Austin, that's right.
Yep.
astronaut,
The $6 million man. And
alive.
who was the first $6 million man in baseball?
I want to say Dave Winfield,
No,
Nolan Ryan,
no,
Dave Parker.
no.
You
I
sure
think
it
it's
wasn't Dave
later.
Winfield? He got a big
I think it's
contract. with the
later.
Yankees.
I'm not going to look it up either.
No, I don't.
Don't look at the chat either.
No.
Don't look at the chat, Eric.
Nope. I got to look off to the side.
You mean $6 million per year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, I don't know. I know it's later. It's like in the 80s, right?
Was it Barry?
Yep. It was Barry.
It was Barry, really.
93.
Oh, it was in the 90s even. Wow.
93.
Wow.
7 years for $43 million.
Wow, that's
That was the
my
big.
God.
Oh, wow.
Or 43 or 42. I can't remember. But
He
Can you imagine?
Barry Bonds, first $6 million man. Now we're at 70.
Now it's.
God.
That's
I mean,
incredible.
they shot through it recently with the 40. I mean, they've been blown
yeah.
by it. I mean, look at that. Barry Bonds. I bet you Bonds' highest year. What was his last contract? $20 million a year, maybe.
I don't even know.
What did he get?
I think at his highest he was between 15 and 20.
And you got guys making more than that are scrubs. Absolute.
I mean, Ohtani just went completely past Trout. Was at 435.
26, 435.
I mean, they don't just barely go by; they just go way past it. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I think Ohtani's gonna be great for about 3 or 4 years.
Oh, I do too. I think that contract's not going to age well.
It's not going to age well at all. I think Tommy Johns is going to affect his hitting a little bit as well as his pitching. We'll see. I could be wrong.
Who was the first? Real quick, don't look at the chat because the chat will. Who was the first $100 million man?
$100 million contract.
Yep.
Got to be in around 2000.
I want to say that
Pitcher.
Pitcher. It's a
The guy that
pitcher.
went to
Was
the
it Kevin Brown?
Yep, Kevin Brown.
Really?
1998.
I was going to say Kevin. I couldn't think of
Nice.
his last name.
With
Kevin
the Dodgers,
Brown.
right? Wasn't he with the
Dodgers, 1998. So look at that. From 1993, Barrios at 43, right? He was the highest contract. And then 5 years later, they already hit 100 million.
Wow. And that contract was a disaster.
That contract was a disaster.
Hey, I'm telling you, you're right, Lowe's. I think Ohtani will do really good for the next 3 to 5 years because he's committed to winning. He's a guy that could give you 6 or 7 good years till he's 35, 36.
Yeah.
But the last 2-3 years are going to be
bad.
Going to be rough.
And that's the thing that they keep saying is you have to give them the 8 to 10 years to get them.
Just to talk to them.
It's like the owners and the GMs, they are completely handcuffed. Like the players have all the leverage. Like you have to. So when is it going to be a 15-year contract? Like when does it end? When is an agent going to go, I need 15 years, $1 billion from you?
It makes me wonder if it can't, because they're going to have to fix something of when a player could go to free agency. Then you may see 15 million. Because right now, these kids don't hit free. I say kids. They don't even hit free agency until they're 30 years old now, right?
Well, yeah. And the other
they have control 6 years?
And by him deferring the money, that's going to be really loaded on the back end. Like they're going to
the Dodgers, though,
they're going to pay him a lot in the years that he's not that good.
You know what the Dodgers have, though? They ought to not even be called the LA Dodgers anymore. They should be just the International Dodgers. They are an international franchise.
They sure are.
They have all of Japan. I go to the Philippines. It's just Dodger hats galore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're all over the place.
I think they've replaced the Yankees as
you know, it's a big in the Philippines is you see a lot of Curry jerseys over there.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, the market for sports is now no longer just U.S., it's international. And, the Dodgers are, unfortunately for the Giants now, the Dodgers are way ahead of the Giants internationally. And now I think they're surpassing the Yankees.
I think they are.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they're surpassing the Yankees as far as branding goes. I mean, Ohtani was definitely the guy to get over Judge for marketing.
Is their ownership the one that has the deepest pockets by far?
Who's that?
The Yankees?
The Dodgers ownership.
It's the Yankees, then the Dodgers. But the Dodgers ownership, I don't know how rich the ownership group is compared to what they have with their TV contract.
That's it. Is the teams that have the big local TV contracts, they completely make out. They'll always have an advantage.
Yeah,
I mean, and the players' union will never go for a cap.
You cannot watch Dodger games in Southern California if you don't get like here. Let's say Cox had the Diamondbacks, right? Was I think it's Warner Brothers or whatever their thing is the Dodgers have, but Time Warner, whatever.
The Giants owner is not the richest owner. Well, there's no way. Charles Johnson won.
He's up there. I think it's Steve Cohen, isn't it?
I thought it was the Mets. Yeah. Well, that makes what the Giants are doing or not doing even more sad.
Sportsnet LA. I forget what it's called, but I know if you're down in LA, which I've spent some time down there, if you're not in their market you can't watch the games. You can't, even if you're stuck because you can't do MLB. See what's great. Like if you live in the Bay Area, you just, you would have to get a cable channel that gives you NBC Sports Bay Area. Well, here I can do MLB Network, and we can watch the games. We just can't get the Diamondback games.
It wasn't that long ago that the Royals were, playing in a World Series, winning a World Series.
Yeah, they won it the year after 2014. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. But I swear, these small market towns, the Pittsburghs, the Colorado's not a small town, but they just can't compete. The Royals. I mean, if you're a fan of their teams, like, you have no chance.
But they also revenue share, so they're not as poor as they say they are.
What happened to the Royals, man? They were 2014-15. They were really good, and then they just
older guys got old. They traded them off,
and they're like, can these small markets come back? You got to just develop. You got to develop, man.
Yes.
You got to find a couple stars in your organization. Baltimore's done it. Houston already did it. Houston had how many stars? They had Altuve, Correa, and they had Springer, and then they had Bregman, and then they got the lefty Alvarez.
Wasn't Garrett Cole? Didn't he come up with the Astros?
Pirates, I think.
Alvarez traded the Dodgers organization. It's traded by, wait for it, Farhan Zaidi. Traded him to Houston.
But here, to use your Kansas City Royals as an example, before they went on their World Series run, they weren't a big market. They've always been small market. They had very little success after the 80s. After the 80s, when George Brett and all them left, and Saberhagen, once they all left, they were kind of just non-existent for a while. And then they came back on strong in 2014, and in 2015 they won it, and then they kind of fell off. So a small market team can do it. Like Dan says, though, you just got to be able to hit with drafting, developing, trades, free agency. And I'm not saying you always got to go make the big deal, but you just got to be successful on all three of those.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful here. Real quick, Will Martinez talks about how Charles Johnson's the number one billionaire or whatever in baseball, but you got to be careful. He only owns 33% in ownership stake in the Giants, right?
Something like that.
So it's not like he's calling all the shots.
Hey, right? Chat, you've been listening to us for a while. What's my favorite saying? What's Eric's favorite saying? And what's Los's favorite saying? Or something that we say a lot? I want to hear it. Let's see if we can hear anybody's and don't make it I'm telling you. There we go. I'm telling you, that's Eric. Here's another one of Eric's. Real quick.
No, Eric's number one catchphrase is "Come on." That's his number one for sure.
Monster Slam. I don't say that much.
There you go.
Fart sounds.
The worst team
in the
National League. Or when the A's, the worst team in the major leagues. Yes.
Oh man. Yeah, Eric's got a few, man. He's got real quick. Hold on. Hey, real quick. Exactly.
Yeah, he has I think, more catchphrases.
Hey, we should put a CD out. Eric's top lines.
Eric's top 10.
Baseball voices.
10. What's
his name does that?
I'm telling you.
Yep.
Yep. Exactly. Real quick. And
real quick is another one. Yeah.
Or what was Los's? What did he say?
Who?
What did Los say it was? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Playoffs. Yeah, what else we got? Eric's top 10.
He's got
Dan, doggone it. Doggone it.
Do I say that a lot?
You say that. Yeah. Doggone it.
Well, I don't like to curse. So I don't like to take the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, I try.
So
I don't do that. I
flip it, kind of.
Gosh, dang it.
Yeah.
Trying to think what Dan says a lot.
You say a lot of "I'm telling you" as well. I think
I do.
Rubbed off. You say that. You say that quite a bit.
You hang around too much, we're gonna be like, Eric's not here tonight, dog. Wait, I mean,
There you go. There you go.
I was gonna say Eric's not here, so
Farhan
But he-
is a liar. Yeah, there you go. If I were the Giants,
Well, it's funny. It's
well,
funny.
do I say that? I think I say that, right? If I were
Yeah.
the Giants,
if I were the Giants,
It's
Oh,
funny.
that's
It's funny picking up mannerisms from professional athletes when they do their press conferences. Like Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa both always, and no matter what the question is, they started off with "yeah," and then they talk. They always
Yeah.
say "yeah."
yeah.
Their first word. It's just
Interesting.
it's a nervous. Jimmy Garoppolo always did this.
You know, it's another one. At the end of the day, there's a lot of players that
Always
say,
at this
at the end of the day,
they had their little nervous happens.
top 5 favorite. Oh wait, that's Chardon.
Oh, Draymond Green. Ask him a question.
Yeah, that's it. He goes like this.
I wouldn't say so. I wasn't looking to get a technical.
it's funny when I
player.
was going through.
Did you ever see the Saturday Night Live Draymond?
No.
Google it. You'll laugh your ass off. I wish we could play it on here. Darn it, it's so funny. They had Draymond Green on a couple weeks ago.
Dan, I'd trade.
Hey, I'll give you a good one, Dan, and this is old school. This is going to trip you out. Jack Clark. Oh, my God. He was my favorite player growing up. Interview him every sentence.
You know. I used to count them. Well, I was looking for a fastball, and he threw me a curveball, and I just was able to get my bat on it, and was fortunate enough, to get it out into the outfield, and fortunately, we drove in a run, and then later on in the outfield, I was the ball was I couldn't see the ball very good in the sun out there in right field, and then I just kind of yelled out, to Billy North, and Billy came running over, and he was able to save, It's like,
Jack Clark and his,
I used to tape his interviews and count how many he said.
Oh yeah, he was some hell of a player though.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper.
Number 22. Man, he could
talk about his jersey.
Talk about exit velocity.
Oh, my gosh.
When he connected,
I'm glad I have popcorn there. It's 12:29 and 20 seconds. I got Chardon. Did you ever call popcorn as a kid to get the time?
Yep.
Popcorn, yep. I remember that.
You just dialed popcorn and it tells you the
time is 12:27 and 30 seconds. Beep.
Yeah. And then he'd keep going. The time is 12:37 and 40 seconds. Beep.
Yep.
You just stay on there and listen. It's like,
hey, Dan, we may have to do this again. PK gave us a good idea. When you get back home, you got to get Buster to find out where.
I thought of a new idea this time. We'll just put the logos out so we'll all see them what they are, and then he won't know.
Okay.
He won't know what the words.
Where do you really think Yamamoto's going to go?
I think he's going to go to the Yankees.
Not the Mets?
I think the Yankees win.
I'm going to say the Mets. But I would be really
it could be Senga. Yeah.
I'd be really
same
happy.
Agent, maybe.
Yeah, same agent. Fellow Japanese player.
If he goes
not to say that's a thing, but
it would be pretty cool to go to the Giants and see the rivalry pitching to Ohtani. Kind of fun.
I say he goes to the Dodgers.
Oh,
He's gonna play with the captain. He's going to play with the captain, man.
Yeah, he might. That's where I think it's Yankees or Dodgers.
Oh, hey, Lotes, I don't know if you saw this. Roki Sasaki, the young phenom in Japan, has told, I don't know who he told, but he wants to be posted this year. He doesn't want to wait. And that's right after Ohtani signed. He said, I want to be posted to the major leagues.
He's a everyday player?
pitcher. He's a 21-year-old. He's like a phenom.
No, he makes, like, I guess Yamamoto look like nothing. So
Hey, did you guys ever used to do pranks as a kid? Call people on the phone?
phone pranks.
What was your favorite? Mine was one of the ones. Hey, is your refrigerator running? Yeah. Well, come get it. Just ran right past my house. It's like so stupid. And you're like 10 years old. You know.
My prank was I used to have an old Ford Fairmont, and the water sprinklers for your front window were on the outside.
Oh, you twist them?
And I would turn them around, and I'd get to a bus stop sign. There'd be a person right there, and right as it turned green, I'd score them and go. Oh, they would get pissed. To be young.
Dan is showing his age tonight. Yeah. Chardall loves doing pranks. All right, come on into this chat. Let's bring in Chardall if it's prank time. I want to hear his pranks.
Oh, God.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
We'll gong him quickly here. It's not going to go. Chardall, cheesy prank. Oh, God.
Put the timer on, E. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes max.
5 minutes.
Might be 3. I want to hear Chardall's pranks. He says he loves doing pranks. Oh gosh, I just watched the Dan Giddy thing. Laugh. Oh gosh, senior. Don't remind anybody. Oh, it was a bad one. I just So man, I got into a classic. I was quick. I was, like a wide receiver, defensive back in high school. And my buddy, in fact, he was our center. He was center. He was a roly-poly guy. And we got into this big battle of pranks. And it got pretty bad. Like, got a little bit out of hand. Nothing violent, but some pretty serious pranking. And I mean, it involved some pretty gross stuff. Just use your imagination. And so we we decided
it will.
So we decided to have a food fight to settle it, 1-on-1. And I had the quickness, but if he caught me, I was done. I was pinned and toast. And so I dressed up with a ski mask, had long sleeves, jeans. I was covered, gloves, everything. And I had all this food, beans, and in canned beans, and and I'd run by them and fling them at them. And then you had mustard and ketchup and honey, and we were just wailing on each other. This is in high school. I just had to be quick and stay away from him, because if he got just a paw on me, man, he was strong enough to just grab me, and I would have been toast. But yeah, that was a fun food fight. We had a group of friends watching that. That was pretty wild.
Great cafeteria.
Yeah.
I guess Chardall's not going to come in. He's just
I would pull off a prank where I put Nair in my dad's shampoo bottle, and when he used it, he would instantly lose all of his hair. It would be so. Nair? Did Nair make you lose your hair? I thought Nair was just like shaving cream. He would put.
Got me there.
No, Nair is just doesn't remove your hair. It's like that was a commercial when all those women would shave their legs, right? Nair, and I don't know.
Eric, did you do a Pearl Harbor episode?
A what?
A Pearl Harbor episode on Chronicles?
Yep, sure did.
Oh, I gotta go watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What was the topic on? Just the history of it?
Yeah, we did the history of it. Kind of did the backstory of what was going on, prior to the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and then kind of got it into what's going on today. Yeah.
I would have participated in that one if I.
You know, I missed that show. I missed that show because I went to bed. So when I texted you about Philippines and Taiwan with China, did you talk about that?
Well, I kind of just was talking about what's going on with China and the South China Sea.
You think they're going to hit? They're going after that straits, that sea.
Oh, absolutely, they are. They're trying to do everything they can to try to. I'm not trying to sidetrack this show, but yeah, they're definitely trying to. Chinese, they want to take over the South China Sea. It's strategic.
So it controls all the freight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Commercial shipping. Exactly.
And then they control that. And then they control.
And not only that, but it expands, where they could start putting their defensive missiles.
Hey,
because if they decide to take Taiwan, but they're forward deployed, then how is any type of American ship going to get in there?
Got a question for you, because there's in Taiwan, they build the TMSC or something. They build the biggest semiconductors or whatever in the world.
Yeah, that's big for Taiwan.
What's interesting is 25 minutes from my house, they're building this massive plant in Arizona.
Well, supposedly we're supposed to start doing it here in the United States. Why we haven't done that before? I mean,
so but they're going to have it. Is that the reason they're putting it in the U.S.? Because they're afraid it's going to get bombed in Taiwan?
It's possible. Well, I don't know about being bombed, but I think they just don't want to be so close, to the CCP, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Interesting.
I'm not saying anything is going to happen, but you never know. I mean, you got to always be prepared. If you're not prepared, bad things can happen.
Yeah, it's only 20 to 12 almost. This show starts at midnight over at Military History Chronicles.
Not today. I'm probably going to do it either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll do an episode. Haven't decided on a time. It might be just a general thing because things are happening all over the place. Middle East still, the stuff's starting to expand.
It's interesting, I mean, not to get too sidetracked, but the whole thing with Ukraine and Russia, nobody's talking about now.
Oh, well, it's because it's stalemated and you're getting into winter. So
you're getting into the winter, and so it's not. So you think it'll die down, or you think it'll pick back up?
The only thing it's going to probably happen, you'll have missile attacks happening there and here, and not until the spring everything starts to thaw and get through the mud.
You think in the spring and everything in the summer it'll pick back up again, or
what's going to happen? Because in that meantime, Russians going to put more defensive fortifications up, so it's going to be hard for Ukraine to try to do anything when the spring comes around. So I don't know. I think the way it's looking, it kind of looks like it's going to stay put the way it is. It's just trading blows right now.
You look at that crazy stuff I sent you. I didn't even read it myself. I haven't
even taken a look at it yet.
I just looked at a little bit and I says, this crazy speak stuff. But anyway, guys, we're going to end it here. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Yeah, we've been going a long time.
It's just a lot of fun tonight. We talked sports. We talked Giants.
Team shows. A little bit of everything.
TV shows.
Right now, the sports leader is not anywhere to be found at nighttime.
Nope.
So you guys want some entertainment? You want some good sound advice? You guys see my tweet I put out yesterday? Hey, can you play that real quick, Eric? Because a lot of guys may not see it.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me play it.
I want to go back to July of. If you can, it's too bad you couldn't play the whole thing right before it because there's like 30 seconds before it. You know what? Where was the mark I told you? Here.
Oh, I know where it's at. Here, keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah, pull that open, and we'll close with this, guys. I want you to listen to NorCal Sports because go to about the 4 minute mark.
Yeah.
I'm going to play something for about a minute and a half. I want you guys to hear what NorCal Sports and my take was on what it would take to sign Ohtani back in last July, and people said I was nuts. And you're going to hear something that's not going to sound so nutty after all.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Here it is, guys.
Should get Shohei Ohtani. Number one, if they're not able to get him in a trade this year, now that's debatable. let's assume they don't get him in a trade and that he becomes a free agent. Why you should sign Ohtani and the way you're able to sign Ohtani. And I hope the Giants ownership group and front office hears this, because if they go out and try and get Ohtani in the conventional way of negotiating, and what's the market value if it's 50 to 55 million a year or whatever, 45 in the 55, and they start going in that range and Ohtani starts shopping, they're probably going to lose out, because other teams are going to be able to say, like the Dodgers, well, we've been in the playoffs for 10 straight years or 11 straight years, whatever it is. Since 2013, the Dodgers have not missed the playoffs. Okay. Ohtani supposedly wants to be in the playoffs, so wants to be on a winner and wants to play in October. Where can you practically guarantee that? So here's why the Giants need to bump up their offer. They need to step it up to $75 million a year. Now, before you say I'm crazy at $75 million a year, let me explain. Eric,
But that's good.
Yeah, bring it up. Good.
bring that up.
Okay, there you have it, guys. I said it was going to take 75 million a year.
You said it was going to take that. Yep.
Spot on.
And the Dodgers came up to 70. So I think if the Giants went to 75, Dodgers might have matched it or gone even higher. So big deal. They would have got it. But that's what I'm telling you, that's what it was going to be in that range.
Yep.
So there you go, guys. Sports leader right here, NorCal Sports Network, calling the shots. Who said he was going to be a Dodger first? That man right there.
No, it's not like it was. Not like it was a big reach there, though.
Yeah. Nobody thought he was coming to the Giants. I sure never thought he was going to ever come to the Giants. I mean, look, if I've got a chance to choose between two organizations, why in the heck would I choose the Giants if I'm a free agent over the Dodgers? Why? Give me one compelling good reason.
That's the problem. Well, you know what? Aaron says that's one player, but one thing I'll give credit, he would have brought more players over, 100%. That would have happened.
You got to get a star to get a star, and they keep missing.
There's better sushi in San Francisco than in LA.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the only chance.
That should have been the pitch.
That should have been the pitch.
Probably would have been better than Farhan showing up.
Farhan wouldn't do that, though. He doesn't go eat sushi.
Yeah. So
now I kind of see why he was so. Remember we were playing Farhan's video? That's why he was so damn nervous.
Los did have the Giants missing the postseason while we all drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I drank it for a little while myself. Then I caught up with reality in August after I did that stupid. Well, I didn't do that show. I did not.
What show?
I did not do that show.
Well, I don't know what show you're talking about.
Or I had him winning the division. That's really cool.
I know. That's
man. He was feeling really froggy that night.
Oh wow, we got to play that one for Bora when he comes back. He's on school watch. So yep, Senior's right. He doesn't even have to move. Stay in your own house in Newport.
Yep.
It's a hassle to move. Get you a helicopter and forget driving in.
Yeah, I think he's really comfortable in Southern California.
Yeah.
I really thought he was going to go to Toronto, though. I didn't realize Toronto had such a strong Asian community there.
But I don't think that's the key. He wants to win, and I think you win more with the Dodgers than you did with the Blue Jays. That's just me.
The Dodgers strike all the boxes for him. His agents in L.A., his doctors right there, the team physician that operated on him. I mean, come on. It's just like if we would have known all these facts before, we would have just said, you know what? If I was an agent, this is what I would have done. And this is what I would have done. This is what I told you the Giants should have done in the first place. Here's our offer. We want you really bad. Here's our pitch. Give them your song and dance and tap dance and whatever you're going to do, your dog and pony show, and say, here's our offer. We respect you if you decide to go elsewhere and our timeline doesn't work for you. But our timeline is, December 5th, the last day of the winter meetings. And it's not that we want to put pressure on you. We just have to move forward because in the past, we waited and we didn't get our guys. And so if you go somewhere else, we wish you all the best. And if you come here, you'll be welcomed with open arms, and you'll be the king of this team and franchise for years to come. That's how you deal with people like that. You don't sit there and go, we'll wait for you. We respect you. Here's our offer. We're just going to wait here on pins and needles, and we won't even try and do anything else until we hear if you went with someone else or you're coming with us. No, you take control of the situation. He had plenty of time to think over the offers. I mean, come on.
Hey, you know what looks bad now? Remember when Dave Roberts came out and he, quote unquote, broke the rules, and everyone's like, oh, look at that. He messed up. Giants aren't breaking the rules. They're not breaking the rules. Where's he go?
Yeah.
Where's he go?
I said that isn't going to stop that.
I know. It was stupid.
Jeez, people getting all hung up on that. And
I know. Come on.
Following the plane. The plane is landing.
That was sickening.
That was so stupid.
I know.
Jeez. I looked at the flight log somebody posted. I said, this plane's been to Toronto like 5 times in the summer. You think Shohei was on that? Come on.
It's dumb. Just because, yeah, exactly. It's a chartered plane.
I love that, Will. I bet you're right.
Exactly. If you replayed that the interview he had on MLB, I said he looked a little bit nervous. I said he didn't look. Well, there you go.
That's why I threw in a few good men crack when we were talking.
Yeah.
Colonel Jessup, did the last plane leave Guantanamo Bay at 0900? Yes, it did.
Yeah, we want you, Shohei. We want you.
Son, I eat breakfast 2,000 yards away.
No.
5,000 cubits trained to kill me.
Hey, Bob.
And you could sit there, flash a badge.
Talk about one-liners.
Jack Nicholson was great in A Few Good Men. Oh, well, go ahead, Farhan. Sorry, we're over talking Farhan over here.
I'm just
Sorry,
a nervous
I don't know
twitch.
everyday comings and goings of Lieutenant Santiago. Maybe,
Bob.
Maybe he was a light packer.
Maybe he's a light. Yeah.
Let me talk to Bob over here at Melbourne. Shohei,
I'm gonna have to go watch that movie now.
promise we won't platoon you. I promise. You have my word. We will not platoon you unless you go for an 0 for 7. You can't handle the truth.
Well, that's the one everybody remembers, but this is one of the classic ones in there.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. Hey, good show tonight. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Los. And get out of that sweaty bomb of a jacket, man. You're making me sweat. You're bringing back trauma days of my oh, man, that was the worst vinyl. It wasn't even plastic. It was vinyl. And it had those air holes, man.
This is, oh, my God.
This is far on for Ozempic. What's that other one they call it? There's Ozempic and there's
Madeira. Oh no, Morgiano or something like that.
Whatever, yeah, for losing weight or whatever.
Even though it's for diabetes, but yeah, people are taking it to lose weight. Yeah,
exactly. Look that stuff up, man. I had my doctor try and give me that, and I took it one time and I got sick, and I said forget it. And I said I looked it up. It's got poison. What do they call the venom from a what's that lizard looking like thing in Arizona? What are those things called?
Gila monster.
Gila monster. It's got venom from a Gila monster. That crap.
Seriously?
Yes. Look it up.
Those things are nasty. Gila monsters are no joke.
Yeah, that's what. And I was nauseous for a week. And I says, I'm not going to live like this. And she goes, I gave you the lowest dose or low. I don't want it. I don't want it.
And that was Ozempic?
Ozempic or whatever. Yeah. No, there's another one.
Morgiano?
Maybe it is Ozempic. I thought it went by another name. But anyway, it's got, look that stuff up. I'm telling you, it's got venom from a Gila monster in that crap. You're putting that in your body. Gosh. And I went to a naturopath. I was surprised I got it.
Wow.
Why'd you, I trust it because, it's natural. I didn't know. I thought, oh, shoot.
Yeah, it's natural, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, Gila monsters. So anyway, we'll come back tomorrow night, guys, after Monday Night Football, about 8:30.
Things are going to get moving, I think, this week.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of movement.
We should be on all week this week. Little, they won't be long shows unless something happens. They'll be hour and a half, 2-hour shows, not 3 hours.
And we'll have to do a special Buster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll do a Buster show. See where Yamamoto's going.
I have to do that tomorrow because he's meeting tomorrow. He may decide shortly after.
Oh, okay. There we go. Anyway, witch doctor. No witch doctor. Hey, everybody. Look at Los, man. Look at that orange hat, man.
This was my go-to when I went to Oracle.
Yeah?
I always got compliments on it. It's different.
That's shiny orange, man. Is that the that's almost the Tuesday night orange, the back to the...
It's almost, yeah.
What do they call those? What do they call it? City Connects.
City Connect.
Yeah, remember Orange Fridays.
Yep.
Man, there we go. Not too many people going to be out there this year at Orange Fridays unless they do something good here in the next few weeks.
Got to do something to attract the fan base because even if they don't play good ball, get somebody that's going to make it exciting at least.
Yeah, exactly. All right, gang. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for joining. Hit the like. Tell your friends about us. Let's get this thing growing and growing. We've added over 100 subs in how long, Eric? Last month?
Right now, we're sitting at 127 plus subs in the last 28 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we just kicked in gear. So we're like over 1,060 now, right?
We're now at 1,067.
67.
We started out tonight, I think, at 1,053, something like that. Somewhere around there.
Here we go, gang. Yes. Yeah. Talking Giants baseball, 49ers football, Golden State Warriors basketball, movies, all kinds of stuff, man. This is just an entertainment channel galore here. This is the place to come. And if you guys want a special interview with Farhan, just put it in the chat, and I'll see if I can get him. I am his brother. You got to go back, Los, and look at some of the Farhan.
Can you imagine if we did have him on? That would be such an awkward interview. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I wouldn't even want him to come on, man.
No,
Come.
All right. Oh, guess what, guys? Forgot. We do have Kerry Crowley coming Thursday night.
That's right. Kerry Crowley, Thursday night. Maybe by that time, the Giants may have done something we could talk to him about. Yeah.
Kerry Crowley, Thursday night. And I'll see if I can get Marty Lurie on Tuesday or Wednesday night this week.
Yep. There we go.
I talked to Marty last week, and he said he could come on this week. And so we'll plan on getting Marty on Tuesday or Wednesday if his schedule permits, and then Kerry Crowley Thursday night. So
awesome.
We're gonna have we should have a couple good guests next week. All right, everybody. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.
Woo!